It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. In go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my egun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my egun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo. My egun don't come, oh, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo. My egun don't come, oh, yo. Man of the masses.
Good evening to you.
Good
afternoon to you. And good morning to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube, gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Share this broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends. Tell them that Mayegun is here again.
Mayegun diary, ó sì tún ṣeré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary politico. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun diary. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹ́kọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nu.
Meanwhile, how is the sound? Can you hear me loud and clear?
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mo ti dé o.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Lórí Facebook. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Lórí YouTube. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Thank you. Yeah, good evening to you once again. Good morning to you. again. And then good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from at this hour. This is Mayegun live. The first part of my presentation is going to sound like storytelling, but it is very, very important for what we are going to do here tonight. And that is why I am going to deliver that first part like this until I will enter the second gear, the third one, the fourth one, and as more as the time will permit. I am a Yoruba man, an Ijebu man, a Yoruba blood. And for so long, I have happened to be one of those that they lied to about our purpose in Nigeria. Why and how did we end up in Nigeria, and what we should do as patriotic citizens in order to be part of nation building. Now, when we grew up, we began knowing the truth. Many of us now grew up to realize that there is no one Nigeria. There is no one Nigeria. There are no Nigerians. Okay? There are many Nigerias. Not Nigerians, Nigerias. And the reason for this is because right from the word go, when Nigeria, as they call it today, came into existence, right? There are so many other component parts from all around the space that is now the geographical area called Nigeria. Now, those who were handed Nigeria over to after the colonialism, they, in their own genius, or what do you call it, in their own creative, smart mind, they did not create one Nigeria. Until 1966, when they forced everybody together. And since then, we have been dealing with this mirage of endless bloodbath, poverty, corruption, brutality, nepotism, call it. But that may be too long a story to take you back to. Our reality is put to test again 23 years ago. We were told that even if we are not going to have our regional system where we could handle our own affair without any interference or whatever from any outside, even if they are part of Nigeria, politicians put themselves together. And in Yoruba land, yeah, and let me tell you this, call it a tribal, call it a ethnic, but you see these two descriptions, right, is what really define the people who make up Nigeria today. We have different ethnic backgrounds. We have different cultural backgrounds. We have a lot of things that if they were not critically outlined in any article of independence for a country like that, there will always be chaos, right? So 23 years ago, a group of young and old Yorubas, they came together. And when they came together, knowing that Yorubas are always going to be tribally, ethnically sentimental to any cause or those who push a cause in the name of Yoruba. And this group of young and old Yorubas who came together in 24 years ago, rather, in 1998, they told the Yorubas that for years, the military have been in power and they have done the fuck all, anything you can think of. And they dragged Yorubas along all the way. So these young Yorubas, they were selling the political agenda of a future Yoruba nation. When I said this young and old Yorubas, that was where Bola Tinubu comes in. Now, Bola Tinubu, with other AD politicians in Yoruba land, they told the Yorubas, after what happened to MKO Abiola, they said the Yorubas, to continue to be part of Nigeria, Yorubas want a restructured Nigeria. They demanded for two things: a restructured Nigeria and a democracy. They know, according to them, 24 years ago, Afenifere AD in Yoruba land, I wasn't too young. So you know that, right? They sold this idea to our uncles, our aunties, our mummies, our grannies in Yoruba land. Yoruba agenda, they called it. Once they elect their fellow Yorubas who have the agenda of the progress and then, and the development of Yoruba land. So they were just like easy sell for those who witnessed the emergence of a democracy in 1999, the demonstration of grace. We didn't know that all they wanted was just to use Yoruba, the emotion of Yoruba people, and everything that the Yorubas owed so dear. Awolowo's name was so sweet in their mouth. Tinubu was one of them. Then Yoruba produced the first 6 governors. Out of the first 6 governors in Yoruba land, when Obasanjo came for them, because they have done so terribly bad, they sold free education to Yoruba people, but they never really funded the education per se. People are getting free education under them in dilapidated buildings. Nobody is talking about that because people were so grateful that their children could go to school in the name of free education. Awolowo. Now, they did so terribly bad, destroyed the Yoruba economy, battered the Yoruba people because they got that, they got that leadership by deceit. And I have their names. Some of them are dead. Others are currently using walking stick. Tinubu is one of them. BC Akonde is one of them. Oshoba is one of them. Adebayo in Ekiti is dead. That one is still there. Adebayo is still alive. Niyi Adebayo. For 4 years, they looted, they abused, they assaulted the Yoruba people. When they realized that they were about to lose out, Obasanjo's PDP was coming for them. They rushed down to Abuja to go and get Abuja protection from Obasanjo by promising Obasanjo that Yoruba did not vote for. In 1999, they promised to deliver Yoruba land for Obasanjo so that when the northern oligarch who made Obasanjo president, when they said he will never become, he's never going to go on the second term, this Yoruba, first set of Yoruba criminals, that today, as they say, if you live long enough, you are going to see your heroes turn villain, because most of the time, they are actually crook who are milking your emotion for their own benefits. They rushed down to Obasanjo for protection. Obasanjo duped them, told them that, don't worry, we'll deliver our states. Obasanjo should return them after failing their people. Now, the cry of what Obasanjo did to them, that is why they hated him as openly as they have claimed in the past. Tinubu survived. But what they did not tell you is this. Tinubu had always wanted to be in charge of a political party by doing away with the people who brought him into political limelight. The man that couldn't afford a car to take him to his own swearing in. Long story, the same Tinubu that they now said own everywhere, own everyone, made everybody, is a billionaire, is this and that, a complete crook. The first set of people, comrades that he betrayed, were the Yoruba elders. And people said the part of the Bola's betrayal of the Yoruba Afenifere elders, the political abracadabra that he played them, and at the end of the day, what happened after they lost power and the war that Tinubu waged within the AD until he killed them completely. They say part of what happened to them is part of what killed some of those old Afenifere leaders. Those who could rush down to him since he survived Obasanjo's second term and is in charge of Lagos. So you get, he became their breadwinners to this day. And they are calling them Yoruba political leaders. Remember what I said, what I told you? They told Yorubas that to be part of Nigeria, we must push for a restructured Nigeria where Yorubas can handle our own affair, we can handle our own resources, we can take care of our own people, and we don't have to give a damn who becomes the president of where. That was the lie they sold to you. From 1999, your democracy is going to give you electricity. Democracy is going to give your children education. Democracy is going to give your children jobs. It's going to create jobs. Democracy is going to change your lives. Of course, it did change your lives. It made Yorubas poorer. The children that were given birth to 23 years ago, 1999, your father, your parents, they thought and they believed the likes of Tinubu. They believed their lies, that once they give them power, you would have a future. So the first meeting they met, probably that was when they conceived you. If you are 23 years old watching me right now, and you are conceived in Nigeria, you were born in Nigeria, most of you were product of democracy is coming. Democracy is coming. Yoruba land is going to be great. There will be job. Your parents, you know what I mean? Today, many of you are graduates, 23 years old, jobless, untrained. That is the legacy of the man they are telling you. If not for him, Yorubas will be nowhere. Now, wait for it. They told Yorubas. And right over time, listen, for 23 years, Nigeria never gave anything back to Yoruba land or the Yoruba people. And for 23 years, Tinubu and gang, you will never read it anywhere. They were fighting for the collective good of Yoruba people 7 years ago. Tinubu, let's go back a bit. 11 years ago. 2011 to be precise. That was the moment that Tinubu decided to feel like he could become the president of Nigeria. He met with Egbere Jolantan. Egbere Jolantan wanted to contest as the first, substantive president after the death of Yaradua, and Goodluck Egbere Jolantan completing the tenure of Yaradua, yeah? And just like Obasanjo, the hawks in the north, including Atiku and co, they were gunning for Goodluck Egbere Jolantan's neck. Tinubu is an opposition. It was, in fact, who was he pushing then? Ribadu. Ribadu was the candidate of Tinubu. But in that same 2011, Tinubu was lifted from Lagos in private, in a presidential jet, to go and meet Goodluck Egbere Jolantan. He met Goodluck Egbere Jolantan inside the Aso Villa, When he met with him, it was like Goodluck was begging him. He was ready to give him just anything, all for him to guarantee that the Southwest votes, he would deliver it for PDP. And he, Jonathan, can have something to fall back on if they put surprise on him from the north. That was the first time that was the first time Tinubu got closer to the seat of power one-on-one, and he met a vulnerable man, a scared man. And he came back from those who are closer to him, even from the WikiLeaks intel that America have a copy. Tinubu told the Americans that when he met with Jonathan, he realized that he is not capable of being a local government chairman, that he could not handle Nigeria. Then he realized at that moment that Nigeria need help. But what he didn't tell all of you then was that when he met with Goodluck Egbere Jolantan, on the eve of election, when he met with Goodluck Egbere Jolantan, he left that same Abuja with over $2 billion. Now, that $2 billion till tomorrow is the reason why some of those he is now relying on from northern Nigeria. They have been waiting for the time of their taking off their own pound of flesh. Now, some of it is Tinubu's followers. They are what? Most of them are not Dumbo. Now, because of what they are eating. So after meeting Jonathan and then getting that liver, wow. From that moment, from that day, he started scheming of how he is going to match his own political party, whatever he's going to take. He needed alliances. He needed allies. And whatever he can do politically, he will tell them money is no problem. Don't worry about money. Do you agree that we should come together and do this and that? Because I can tell you something. Oh, this guy, no get liver. If we shake him, he will give in. So they used Goodluck Egbere Jolantan money to pay American lobbyists too. So when they decided to come together, to him, he needed another weakling, somebody who is dumb, somebody who is pretty much like a waste. And they will polish him, they will polish him, clean him up, put up some propaganda, media propaganda, put up some lobbyists all over the world, republish his image, and then present him as a repentant. Meanwhile, the end goal was this: I am going to be his deputy. I am the one who knows what's going to happen. I am the strategist. So Tinubu, after betraying the cause of Yoruba land, for more than 16 years, Tinubu now took that Yoruba name. Among those people he claimed to have made, left the Yoruba people in the poverty and penury they have created. Lack of opportunity that has made so many young people to become beggars, to become vuvuzelas for these corrupt politicians. He took that name and he decided to go and look for Buhari, a jihadist. The man that Tinubu once said. That was in 1998. Tinubu was then the governor-elect of Lagos State. Governor-elect, which means they have already elected him on the agenda of Yoruba agenda, Afenifere agenda. Remember, Tinubu said he doesn't believe in Nigeria. That one Nigeria is not real, it's fraudulent. He was younger than this then. This was 24 years ago. Governor-elect. He said, in the same place that he's going to be governor, he said, I don't believe in Nigeria. Because they were all promoting restructuring, lying to Yoruba people. The men they tasted the pudding. The men they tasted the oil money and every other free money they are getting, that they have created agboro in 23 years. Rather than creating industries, they have created jobs for agboros to be harassing, assaulting you, demanding money from you, robbing you in broad daylight. That is his legacy. He took Yorubas to go and make deal with Buhari, somebody that is on record too. There is no divisive individual as Buhari. He's on record. He himself confirmed it. But he had to go and make a deal with the devil so that whenever Buhari call finish, it will be his turn. So this is where I call to question all of you that are swaggering and then you are poo-pooing and peeing yourself and you are running a bit of a heart attack right now since this old style comes crashing. Ask yourself, if Tinubu is that a good political planner and thinker, now ask yourself, has he not made the worst political judgment of his life the day he took his own 2 left legs, jump in the private jet he used your money, stolen money to buy? This way they didn't have keke in 1999. They are telling you is the former director in Chevron, former director in this and that. They are all liars. The way they no get keke till tomorrow. That is why Benga Daniel always feel like he's better than him. Benga Daniel, who gave him the car he drove for his own coronation until he got his hand on the checkbook of Lagos State, and suddenly Bola Tinubu is the richest man that is even richer than Osun State. So if your Tinubu is a smart person, ask yourself this: this is not the worst political deal or decision of his life that is made now, that has now made him so desperate to the point that even though this evening he's managed to swallow his saliva, he swallow his word. He's bragging that he made Buhari president. Abi, I'm coming back to that. Listen to this.
tí ò bá sí àwa èmi tí ń dúró wájú yìí tí ń lérí ogun tí ní òkè Buhari nìṣó ká máa bá lọ. Kò lè di president. Ó ṣe kìíní olùlẹ̀, ó ṣe kejì olùlẹ̀, ó ṣe kẹta olùlẹ̀. Ó tiẹ̀ sunkún lórí tẹlifíṣàn pé láyé òun ò tún rán mọ́. Mo dẹ̀ lọ bá Kaduna wa rán ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n kọ́ lélẹ̀. Àdúró tiẹ̀ wàá dẹ̀ wọlé. Nǹkan kan ní pé o ò ní fọ̀rọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá ṣeré. Ó dẹ̀ gbà. Àtijọ́ tó rẹ̀ ti débẹ̀, mi ò gba mínísítà, mi ò gba contract, mi ì tọrọ ọbẹ̀, mi ì tọrọ gàrí, mi ì tọrọ fúra lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, mi ì dẹ̀ ìyàwó ń bẹ̀. Ó wá ní lọ́tẹ̀ yìí o, Yorùbá ló kàn. Tá a bá dẹ̀ sa Yorùbá náà, èmi ló kàn. Eléyìí tí mo protect àwọn ọmọ tí mo gbé dání ètò èmi náà fẹ́ ṣe present. Charlie boy, what is it? Charlie boy say our mumu don too much. Charlie boy, na your mumu na too much. You be mumu. You think say you dey wise? You are a mumu man. You are a mumu man. As dem throw the tear gas, if for something wey bad for issue, we just pray. They say our mumu done too much, our mumu done too much. You be mumu, you call other people mumu. They never show you say you be mumu. Nigeria is not for Desani. Nigeria is not for Charlie boy. Nigeria is not for Goodluck Jonathan. Nigeria is not for...
Nigeria is not for you. Ask Wike. Oshekeni Olule. Ah, with any this Tinubu, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just that the Orishale or the Alale or the head of the young people that Tinubu and co, they have looted their future. I don't know, maybe not their head they fight too. I've been waiting to Tinubu smoky. Because the first question I ask myself is this. For 7 years, Buhari wrecked Nigeria. For the first 4 years, Buhari and his gang, they brought recession to Nigeria twice. Tinubu, because they promised him and they gave him Bullion van. 2019, Tinubu decided to back Buhari again. Now, that same you, Tinubu, I was talking to somebody today. I said, do you know that Bullion van photo? Somebody told me, he said, Mayegun, now the people will deliver the money, now them take the picture. I said, I have seen only one picture of the Bullion van, and it is the picture that captured Tinubu's house, the crowds there, and as the Bullion vans were entering his house. And I bet that there are thousands of people in that place that night. All of them, people get phone now. They did not take pictures. They did not take anything. Only that picture. Have you noticed? Wait, let me ask. I'm going to read the comment. Have you noticed that Bullion van photo, it is only one photo. And it is just taken from the rear. My friend, one of my friends said, now the people will monitor the money, then take helicopter, capture it. I said, okay. I've never been to Bullion. I don't know if somebody is living in the flat opposite. But have you noticed that? Because maybe not me, because waiting you don't know. Sometimes now you don't know amo. So Buhari failed. They chased the Tinubu out of Nigeria. No, tell me, have you seen any other extra photo of that Bullion van? You know, there are thousands of people there, Abi. Have you seen any other photo apart from that one, that drone picture? And it's only one. Even if you have to see two, you will see them, they will join the same picture together, making it look like two. But it's the same photo, not one, as the Bullion van was entering his house. Drone shot. So this selfish man, we will work with you, Loriro, to build a Nigeria that is not corrupt. Lie. Irokpo. We will work with you, Loriro.
We will work with you to build a Nigeria that is not corrupt. I bring you a message of hope.
We are going to spend a lot of resources on education.
So they brought him back to cover a lifeless, breathing mannequin. That's the irony. Lifeless, breathing, and a mannequin. It's ironic, isn't it? Kalu came back because they told him, what do you want? Number one, the way he asked for money. He's telling you that, contract. I did not collect money from him. I did not collect contract. I did not borrow money from Oloshi. Ogbowo, he collected money. Bullion van money. That was what they gave him. Before Diwere ran back from France. They said, what else do you want? I want to control the party because of 2023. You know, it's my turn. Yeah, it's your turn. Ashiwaju, that's true. It's your turn. Thank you so much for supporting us. It's your turn. We'll give you money. Then we'll what do you want? I want you to chase Oyegun. Chase him away. I don't want him. I have another radical way that is loyal. Oshiomole. That was why they made Oshiomole the chairman of APC. Now Tinubu then take compensate Were. Now he delivered them. After delivering them, is now expecting that they will just hand over the party to him, and then they will just make him get ready. Everybody will fall in line. Buhari will just say, you know what, people, Ranka Dede, say go be, I have done my part. Oh yeah, I hand you over to Tinubu. He actually thought it was going to be that easy. You can abuse me. No be me. Make or advise Tinubu to go and make the worst deal of his life. You can blame me. Some of you will need therapy in the next coming days. I am here for you. But we rise by lifting others. I am here for you. I'll give you the proper therapy. Ugboyinlema need the therapy very soon. But I am not the one. You can abuse me. You can blame me. You can wish whatever you want to wish. The truth of the matter is that una go chop your breakfast soon. When you chop them, if they purge you and you run mad like a rabid dog everywhere, just come to Mayegun. I get right to word where I go say to you. Somehow, you go douse the tension. Somehow, you go manage get therapy from me. Chele stupid ni. Abuse me. I wasn't. Tinubu love me Buhari now. Tinubu did not make Buhari. He gambled. The gamble don't bust. Ticket don't cut. And it is not my fault. It is not your fault. Even if you are Lagos Abobaku, Oshogbo Alimajiri, ombud slave ni woni, or you are just an obedient fool. It doesn't really matter. Emotion over sense. It won't take you anywhere. Just listen. Maybe somehow you have already enrolled in the therapy session right now. I am giving it to you for free. I'm telling you something that will happen, and you are praying for something else to happen. And I'm telling you right now that hey, for your own sake. Tinubu now came out and he said, Buhari she akoko olule. Buhari yele keji olule. Some people have been asking, what is olule? Olule. Olule is that Buhari attempted to be president of Nigeria. He enter Kana. When you enter Kana, they have to drag you out and say, oh yeah, clean them up small. Is he ready again to go again? Yes, oh yeah, go again. He tried again. Olule. That means he enter Kana again. Then go drag him out. Say, oh yeah, try again. They say when Buhari try again, enter him again, he will buy Kana. All his jihadi family couldn't save him. From Niger, from Chadi, from Maradi, from everywhere they come from today, they couldn't make him president. Oh, that is the meaning of Olule. So it was him who now said, Buhari said after the third time, the third attempt, that Buhari started crying on TV. Oh, Busekun. All of you will know. He don't beg. He don't beg. He say, na the drug we then give him. The drug they gave to him to pump him up so that he could at least come out and say whatever he said in Abeokuta yesterday. He said, na the drug can't enter wrong side of his brain because he wasn't thinking at all. Meanwhile, it's a lie. You, Tinubu, Tinubu, and he knows. Again.
Tí o bá sí àwa èmi tí ń dúró wájú yìí tí ń lérí ogun tí ní òkè Buhari nìṣó ká máa bá lọ. Kò lè di president.
Now Buhari has heard that. Immediately Buhari heard it. Wala yaso, wala ya kare. Hey, there's this song that they always sing. Mata yaso, wala ya kare. Mata yaso, wala ya kare. Mata yaso, wala. What that means is that wala don't start. They don't tell them, say, people say you don't get the message. 2 days ago, Buhari called all of APC governors, and he said, Zomana, Kei, all of you, I have allowed you to do whatever you like. I didn't question, I didn't do anything. You know that. And this time around, I have chosen my successor. And I want you to go and present that person on Monday. That was when Tinubu now started this cry because Sanwoolu got back to him to say, Ashwaju, sir, money bad news. If we have bad news for you, sir. What is that? What is that? Killing what to saw. They said that the customer have seized my pampas or something because there's nothing these bad people cannot do. My enemies, they are coming after me anyway. So, Sanwo, Kiloso, what's the bad news? No. Ashwaju, it's not your pampas. Don't worry. That's yeah, I can be very petty. Sure. Are you offended? Oh, you didn't join us this afternoon. It would have made you more raging. Yes, I can be that petty. That's how the Sanwoolu deliver the message. Ashwaju, it's not your pampas. That one, we have stock that will last us for another 3 years. Don't worry, sir. The bad news is that we came from your senior diaper wearer, your friend. Bill, I said that thing, oh, Bill, I said the ticket don't cut. Oh. What do you mean? He told all of us today he's candidate. And he said we must all deliver the candidate. And the message he gave to us is that in this APC, now the candidate he approved. That is the consensus. And if anybody is not happy with that, including you, sir, Ashwaju, mo sọ fún yín gbogbo ẹni mo fi ń sọ ohun tí àwọn leader wa sọ lókè ni pé Sanwó-Olú ni. I want to assure you this place we are not going to allow anybody to vote for anybody here. Sanwoolu, and that's what our leader Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu said. The party, that is the APC. Yes. We have hierarchy and we have leadership. Yes. We have leaders. Yes. And we have been directed by our leaders to go and vote for Sanwoolu. Yes. And that's what we are going to do. Yes. This local government, we are not going to allow anybody to vote for anybody. Yes.
Ambode is gone. Ambode is gone. Ambode is gone. And he's gone finally. We will allow you to kill both Sanwoolu by the party hierarchy. We have been directed. Party tiwa gbọ́dada ẹgbẹ́ tiwa ani hierarchy ani àwọn tó ní àṣẹ ani àwọn tó dẹ́gbẹ́ ilẹ̀ ẹni tí ò bá fẹ́ ibi tí ẹgbẹ́ ń lọ tí ò bá ní lọ bẹ̀ kó lọ dẹ́gbẹ́ mi ilẹ̀. He can go and create or register Ambode People's Party. Yes. But our own is APC. Yes. All Progressive Congress. All Congress.
Sure, you now know Tinubu's political team. When they tell you that he's a political genius, he brought progressive politics to Yoruba land. The Yoruba people should be grateful that somebody like Tinubu gave you your life, if not for Tinubu and his politics of smartness. Here you get me now. But that's the message Sanwoolu delivered. And he was like, they get me. Sanwoolu, who else was there when they are saying all of these things? And that one, that guy, that eléyìí tó wà ní Ògùn yẹn. Which one? Kí lorúkọ ẹ̀, Sanwoolu, what is his name? Sir, I'm talking about eléyìí tó wà l'Ògùn state yẹn, sir. Ó náà wà ńbẹ̀, àwọn tí Ọ̀ṣínbàjò nìyẹn, they are the supporters of Ọ̀ṣínbàjò, sir. Dapo was there too. You mean Dapo was there too? Yes, sir, now. Dapo was there when they told us that the candidates is this and that. Inye Dapo, when are we going to Abeokuta again? We are going to Abeokuta this afternoon, sir. Oh, yeah? Tell the people who are going to change my pampers. Let's go to Abeokuta.
Lọ́dún mẹ́ẹ̀ẹ́dọ́gbọ̀n sí tí mo lè ń sìn wọ́n bọ̀. Eléyìí ló jókòó lẹ́yìn mi ìyàpọ̀. Tó bá lè sọ kóun lè di ìjáde gómìnà tí ó bá tó.
Oh, God. Most of you, I told you something, right? If you want to see the Lagos Abobaku, who are really, really going mad right now, don't just watch on YouTube. You can take a moment, and go on Facebook. Use another device, go on Mayegun's Diary Political on Facebook. Go and read comment. Some of them are saying, how did I end up on this Olori Buruku page? This boy that is disgracing Ashiwa no vexy. Now destiny talks say you go cross my path, and I'm telling you something that is making you run mad right now. Don't worry. I am not the one konse mi mokoba yin. Untra láti reduce akoba te nko kiri ke ma kwa akoba ti yin ba wa money. Se ben yan lakoba yi náà lẹ pariwo change Buhari. Se ben yan lakoba alajebara elebi yi. Ṣé bẹ́yìn náà lẹ pariwo next devil. Èyí tó sọ fún wa pé Starboy excuse me, Starboy product ti Tinubu ni. Starboy. Now, Dog have started eating dog. So I know, I understand that some of you are not happy. Some of you are not happy, but abimoku okin dun. Hey, get. Emma Shami, abimoku dun. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin wèrè. Tẹ́ lọ́wọ́ sí gbogbo bílẹ̀ Yorùbá ṣe rí lé nìyí. Inú yín ò ní dùn. Bínú ẹ ṣe ń bàjẹ́ bó ṣe ń wò mí yẹn tínú ẹ ń bàjẹ́ yẹn. Inú abímọkú òkè ń dùn. Inú ò ní dùn. Ṣàmí, ó gbé tó àdúrà mi kó wá wábì kan gbà lọ́nsìn yín. K'Ọlọ́run ràn ẹ́ lọ́wọ́. They made the deal with the devil. And it is not even up to 24 hours. Kolu came out and he said, no, I didn't mean that. I was joking. It was the injection. It was the drug. And maybe he's actually right.
Nígbà tá à ń gbàdúrà ká bọ́ lọ́wọ́ òkú ayé kan tá a sì ń wò pa ń bọ́ ń bẹ̀ lọ wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́ ìwọ Ọlọ́run kí lè ṣe wa lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà gan tó tún wá gbé kọ́ọ̀lù mìíràn bọ̀ kọ́ọ̀lù burúkú lélẹ̀ abẹ́ ìbí ṣe à ń wò bí kọ́ọ̀lù.
So my brother, I understand your anger. I mean, isn't it so kind of sad? Abinobi una dey jump up in 2015. Buhari is coming to change everything. All of the looters should go away. And right before your very eyes, looters, criminals, they are getting pardoned by your lifeless Buhari. You know one other thing that is going to be another chapter of your lives in the next couple of days, is that you are all going to now come back and start criticizing Buhari. We no go agree. Nobody, no Tifnumbu, Jagabanditi, no Lagos Abobaku, no Buhari didn't or Buhari did not or Buhari Dijatu, anywhere that will be allowed to criticize Buhari, because they go soon start to. They go soon they talk about a betrayal. That is why their former star boy, how time flies. How time fly. Star boy. Let's just ball out of the star boy. They are calling him a betrayer now. Imagine if star boy is their consensus. How these guys go take welcome him? Tifnumbu. Jẹ́ ń bá inú jẹ́ kínú yín bàjẹ́ kó bàjẹ́ kọjá anything. Inú abímọkú ó ń dùn o.
Wẹ́rẹ́ ló bá wa ṣe, wẹ́rẹ́ ló bá wa ṣe, tí a rò pé kò ṣeé ṣe, wẹ́rẹ́ ló bá wa ṣe.
I'm home in Lagos to celebrate. I'm home to thank God for all that He has done and that what He will yet do. I'm not here for a campaign. I'm not here for any consultation. I'm just home to celebrate with my brothers and sisters of Lagos State. Consulted with delegates in all 36 states and ended up here in Lagos because I wanted to come home here in Lagos and celebrate with you, visit you, and visit all our brethren. Welcome, His Excellency, my able teacher, a gentleman to the core. But I want to say to you that we have just ahead of us a new Nigeria, and I'm completely certain that God helping us, we will get to that new Nigeria. God does not make a mistake. The reason why God must have given me those experiences, why He has allowed me to serve for 7 years so far, and I will still serve for another year by the grace of God, is because a time will come when our country will need new leadership. That is the reason why God gave me all that experience and all that knowledge. And that time has come. It is time now. The time has come. Òkè òkè là ń lọ o. Òkè òkè là ń lọ o. A ò ní fà sẹ́yìn o. Òkè òkè là ń lọ. Olóríire tẹ̀lé mi. Òkè òkè là ń lọ. Òkè òkè là ń lọ. Òkè òkè là ń lọ. Olóríire tẹ̀lé wa. Òkè òkè là ń lọ. A ò ní pàdánù o. Òkè òkè là ń lọ. APC. APC.
Ìrọ́ṣà bàyè yìí jẹ́ ṣá.
Guy man, Guy man Oshibajo, the man we can create Tinubu's nemesis. So this evening, APC Egbekegbe Screening Committee. Lagos Abobaku, yeah, come closer a little bit. I don't want to shout telling you, okay? Because the breaking news is going to come tomorrow. And somehow, some of you already, you are looking at everywhere to confirm this, Abi. What happened is that out of the 23 candidates of APC, that they screened, including Tinubu, they said they have screened out 13. Now only 10 remain. And guess what? Oyegun, that is about 85 years old. How old is Oyegun again? Abdullahi Adamu, APC chairman. Oyegun, chairman of screening committee. Abdullahi Adamu, chairman APC. They said part of the criteria they used in screening out the people they screened out are age. 85 and 75, clearing people because of age. Who knows? Maybe it's a good thing. Age. Number 2, health, which means if you get any kind of a shaking hand, they may disqualify you. If you get some kind of a shaking this thing, 50 million you too. Unemployed. 43% unemployed. Recruit. 50 million youth. What are they going to be eating? Cassava, agbado, corn. They are grown here. It is a case of demand and supply. Recruit. A sign of dementia. Person will not get sense. We get mental problem. So when they were screening him, they monitor. Now they are now giving hints. They haven't given the names of those they have screened out, or maybe they have given it as you are watching this video. But at this hour, at the time of going to the press, they have not mentioned the names. But they just said, if you hear your name, oh yeah, fall out. The reason why we remove your name is because your age, your health. But you see, Lagos Abobaku, Oshogbo Alimajiri don't get hypertension. Okay? Even though we are waiting for the day they will serve Tinubu, it's breakfast. It's just few days away. Why the rush? They are not going to screen him out. Oh. Okay, maybe I shouldn't even put my money on it. Or maybe if to say you have we have what do you call them? Bookies. Right now, if it was in the UK, the bookies can just put money towards it and say, tomorrow they are going to screen out Tinubu. Even though some of you are going to be like, no, it's impossible. They will let him get to the day of the convention until he finally have to be like, you know what, hands up. They can't just screen him out like that. So you go to the bookies and say, no. By the time they announce the names of those they screened out, I want to say Tinubu name is there, £100. to collect 100,000 pounds. For those who they play tell me, I just a talker, I don't know how they work. But this is something that you can speculate and and win something or lose money, lose 100 pounds. Because you see the Tinubu boys, the way some of you will think, man, these Tinubu boys, they hate this Mayego. No. Don't worry yourself. I am their own therapy. Now here that they get healing, small. Because you see what thing that they read out there, has given many of them depression. This one I'm telling you right now, they are reading it out there that it be like say they don't screen out at Tinubu. How? Who be that person? Yegun, the man that Tinubu chased away for Oshiomole, only for the Kaba to chase Oshiomole himself away. So is that the person that will now screen out Tinubu? I don't think. I put my money on it to 50 pounds, they screen him out. But make I give you small respite, okay? Lagos Abobaku, all of you. Buhari Dins, Buhari Didenis, the Buhari Dinotus, the Buhari Dijatus, the Buhari Shukus, the Ungoziaris, the Unekaris, the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons, and the ombud slaves, including all of you, their uncles and aunties, Abrodian Buhari idiots, the Mumu Madus, the Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers, no go get hypertension. They won't screen Tinubu out. But it's just that the signal is very scary. I understand. They will finish him. You know what when you watch Mortal Kombat? Pa. Finish him. Ta. That's the moment Tinubu is. They won't use screening. Screening is like saving him. It's over. I know some of you are even praying that God, Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah, you are praying in the blood of Jesus. Heavenly Father, remember your son. Remember Ashiwaju. I will never forget the day I had nothing to eat simply because they are not paying me from work. And God, you just sent this Tinubu people to me. They just gave me 500 naira new notes. That saved my life. God, I want you to shame the enemy of Tinubu. They don't hate me as they hate that guy, Pastor Ruga. And he's supposed to be one of them. Sure, you know. So don't work yourself up too much. I am their therapy. Some of them, what they wanted to say, what they will say, if they are allowed to talk like normal human being, what they want to say to their leaders. But they don't get liver, they don't get vein, they don't get anything. They are a bunch of cowards, okay? They say them to me in order to get better. But somebody said, by this time on Sunday evening, in that Abuja, on social media, offline, they will have to create a special arena for Pastor Ruga and Tinubu boys and girls to tear into themselves. So they have to create it too, because the thing where they cook, it pass Third World War. This one can't be like Ogun the Fijabi. No, tell me one war in Yoruba land that in history shook everybody and they won't forget it. Kiriji War. This one at Kiriji. Kiriji is going to be like the clash of the mosquitoes who see themselves as titans. I'm talking about those who are just spawned on the chess table of the owners of Nigeria. They lost track. That's why people like us don't respect them anymore. In case if you are wondering, they lied to us. We grew into their lies. And these people are doubling down. Yorubas are not supposed to be fighting to be president of Nigeria. Do you understand? I mean, if these people kept their vision, Odudua, there's this business they started and they call it Odudua. Hey, how did that just this? Okay, when I remember Odua investment or something like that, yeah? But when I remember properly, I'll tell you. There are things in Yoruba land, economy, how the planner of Yoruba land, historical. This is not something that you have to go and develop afresh, okay? People like them, they have access to these archives. What Yorubas are all about. Economic integration, security integration, okay? And things to help one another in order to grow together. And whenever the time comes for the Yorubas to speak or ask for anything in one voice, it will be in one voice. These criminals left that. They started the political grandstanding, political rewarding. They started rewarding themselves and they started getting entitlement. Getting entitled, so to say. Entitled to say, if not for them, Yoruba land would have been worse off. You are living in Yoruba land. You are watching me right now. If you are a young person, when they give you the number of 50 million youth that are going to be eating ireke, that are going to be eating sugarcane, that are going to be eating agbado corn, that are going to be eating every other thing that Tinubu said they will grow for you. If you are one of them, is that not a ridicule, an insult to you if you have sense? But not be all of them, well, you get sense, but not be all of them the user. So that's why people like us don't respect them. That's why people like us don't listen to them. They lost their track, and they've made them, instead of making themselves the servant of the people to have something to prove of, right? They decided to take the resources, apart from what Nigeria is stealing from us, under the supervision of these criminals who are taking their own cuts. They have been so tempted that they want to be in charge of those who share the money, or better still, be given a higher responsibility to make them feel like they have a country to control, when in obvious fact, they have none. They are just 2Gs in the hands of the real power brokers. Now, they're about to be played. You as a Yoruba man, okay? If you ask them, where is the economic blueprint for Yoruba people? None. What is the security blueprint for the Yoruba people? Yoruba land, none. What is educational blueprint, healthcare blueprint, or every other blueprint that you can relate with and say, oh, I love this, I could tap into that. And in fact, let's track this development. They turned Yoruba land to slum. They turned Yoruba people into beggars. And guess what? If you look at those who have left Nigeria more in the last 7 years, they are Yorubas. Yorubas left in drove, using the excuses of, I want to go and study, further my education, I want to go and do this, because the excruciating chronic capitalism that these guys have benefited from, they have entrenched, they have made part of your system, and this has made their people poorer, but it made them richer, super rich, that they now made themselves demigods who make and unmake whoever they want. And that mentality has now been so ingrained in our people to the point that they will tell you, what do you want us to do? Where do you want us to go? What else do you want us to do now? Well, you don't have to do anything. The calamity that is about to happen, it will help open your eyes. But guess what? That doesn't mean that you are not going to go back to your vomit. You are not going to become rabid dogs who are going to be completely lost. But my own gain is that some of you are going to see the light. Some of you are going to stop pretending that you are fighting for one Nigeria. You are not fighting for one Nigeria. You are waiting for your turn. No. See waiting Buhari did. They turn everything into northernization. Abi, when you go to the National Assembly, now them the leader. When you go into the NNPC, now them the leader. When you go to every parastatals that matter, now them the leader. When you go to security, and then these are this is supposed to be structures that discussed the security, the economic, and the well-being of every person in every part of Nigeria. But it's because it's not true. You expect them to do that, but it's not true. These people said they gambled on Tinubu, on Buhari 7 years ago. Now they have no shame, right? That they are even walking about and saying they will build on Buhari's failure. And you, as an educated person, you claim to be educated. You are not telling yourself the truth. Okay? Every one of us know how tribalistic and how ethno-centric we are. Now they claim not to be tribalist. All of us be tribalist in Nigeria. I am a detribalized Nigeria. You are lying to yourself. And from your subconscious and conscious mind, you know where you belong. When they say you are Igbo, you say, yes, I'm Igbo, but I'm a nationalist. I am a tribalized. You are lying to yourself. Because the real people in Nigeria know who they are. Now this lie, now you push us this risk level. Pretending to be better, smiling, to be happy, when you know, indeed, that everything you are hiding, they are showing on your faces everywhere. You can't hide them. And that is why, as much as you have tried to hide them a lot for so long, Look at it today. You can't hide them anymore. People are now saying, what can we do to come together now? How can we come together? No, you can't come together in a place where inequality, injustice, impunity are the order of the day, unwritten law of your own contraption called Nigeria. Now, those who promised that they will restructure that, they are no longer restructuring. They want to be president of Nigeria to whose advantage? 7 years from 13 million unemployed Nigerians, official, straight up to over 80 million unemployed Nigerians. So if they are lying to you, should you be lying to yourselves? Make a drink tea small. And remember, while I do this, you can easily just call everybody and say, hey, I am only trying to help you. Come back now. Return back now before you perish with Tinubu.
Che, help us, oh. Help us. There is God, oh. There is God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh. God should descend, oh, today God will descend here. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. This thing will end today. My sisters, if your child lost, will you stay and keep quiet? Will you people stay and keep quiet? The presidency now is calling you, come, I want to help you. You don't want to appear. Will you agree? No. Now the first lady is calling you, come, I want to help you. Come to find your child, your missing child. Will you keep quiet? No. Child, there is God, oh. There is God, oh. The bloods we are sharing, there is God, oh. 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 There is God.
Thank you. I'm at peace. And so everybody, they laugh. Some of you are even still laughing now. Don't be laughing, matter. They are shedding blood. But you see, this blood they are sharing. If you have empathy, if you have human flesh, if you are still human, you will weep. And that is what the likes of Tinubu, Pastor Ruga, and every one of them parading themselves as Yoruba today, before they emotionally blackmail you into supporting their political choice that is about to bury them. 7 years, they denied them. They kept it quiet. They pretended that they are not happening. Yoruba set up a Motekun. Tinubu and gang, they ensured that security integration of Yoruba land never happened. Never, ever left the ground. Because the person Tinubu told us is a repentant dictator, Buhari. Tinubu and gang, they used the media, they used international lobbying to tell you that once Buhari comes in, Pastor Ruga will be beside him. And they will just bring change all over Nigeria 7 years ago. And today, they enjoy the change. I mean, the next devil, they enjoy. Tinubu sponsored this Fulani terrorist political elite, terrorist apologists. Tinubu used his stolen money from Lagos to donate into Democratic Party in America. And since then, he managed through Lagos State money to bribe them and get these jihadists into the White House in America. after they used the same Chibok kidnapping, something that is never, it must never happen again, this and that. Chibok, it was Tinubu who used this America contact, as some of these rogues have been claiming. They have been claiming credit. Tinubu made the Buhari. It took them to America. They met with Obama. And they said America should never sell weapons to Nigeria to fight Boko Haram, because these are the sponsor of Boko Haram. Of course, Tinubu took them there. The jihadists that should be going to Afghanistan, that should be going to all these other places where they are pretty much welcome, to tell them that they want to take over Nigeria. It was Tinubu who took them to America. It was then, after meeting Barack Obama, that was when they put Obama's campaign manager in 2008, and 2012. Obama's campaign manager, they had to give him as consultant to APC, Egbekegbe, the jihadist party that has now opened the door for terrorists to take over Nigeria. That was the journey. Now, the terrorists that Tinubu brought in, they are about to serve him his breakfast. You, as a Yoruba man, you must never, ever let them use an emotional blackmail to drag you into whatever nonsense they say, because you did not go with them to bring this calamity upon you. But many of us have paid the supreme prices. The supreme price on top the calamity they brought. When they bragged that they brought Buhari, when you remember what they have turned Nigeria into right now, then you should never, if you get sense, you should never, ever go look for excuse, no matter how tiny, to come and use that to blackmail anybody in Yoruba land. Unfortunately, we are actually not the one that is going to give the consensus. The person that is going to declare consensus is this Spain now. So after 24 hours, Tinubu, the coward, the bodilon cockroachy, Igbin Ragbichi, their man Friday, Tinubu Jagaba, Tinubu, we reti koro eje, ta ló ń jẹun tá janjuru, tá ń wèrè fẹ́, ta ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ tí wèrè ń sọ̀rọ̀. Now, from that, your Lagos, and from different rat holes that some of you are crawling out from to come and defend these rogues, yeah? Now, okay, sense. You can lament, you can do all of that, now there you they brag. Tinubu, Ubona. Even the man that I thought that I was going to give him a bit of a cover. I'm talking about, what is his name again? I will give him a cover and all of that. But the bottom line is this. In the next 24 hours, many of you are watching me tonight. You know why many of the people are watching me tonight? Because a lot of them are worried. They know I don't like Tinubu. You know that. They know I don't like him. But if you look at all the timeline right now, they are here trying to see maybe I can say something that they will they will at least, something to hold on to. I think I'll go listen to that, but I know say it's just going to make my night worse, but at least it will tell me something, because everywhere right now, fear. So let's use common sense here, right? Tinubu has been choosing those to become who and what in Lagos State, and by extension to some other part of Yoruba land, by using the police, using money, bribery, using intimidation and threat, and at the same time using the INEC and the court to continue to weigh dominance in Yoruba land. But with all of this, it never brought about any development in Yoruba land. No real development, no real one, other than the Almajirism that we used to hear from northern Nigeria. The Almajirism is now in Yoruba land. We used to hear that out of school children in Nigeria, 80% of them are from northern Nigeria. Today, it is becoming somewhere around 60% to 40%. More of our own children, they are out of school. Their parents can no longer feed them. Their parents can no longer send them to school. Children are now being sent on the street to go and fend for themselves. Many of them are falling into different crimes that are still going to consume us with the level of these rogues that you are backing, if you are one of those backing them. The children they abandoned the children they didn't have any plan for since 1999. Many of them are now men, grown-up men and women right now. Some of them have given birth to different kids. and they are 23 years old. Ask them, are they not feeling what Boko Haram and gang, the future they saw, are they not feeling it today? If you were born in 1999, you were a baby, a democracy child. Today, look at your life. You have grown into understanding Nigeria, and you have known that except if you are just a dumb, Nigeria is not for you. You think I'm lying? Ask those who have grown up before you. So if you are watching me right now, even if you don't get sense, okay, just try. Look at me, face me, yeah. Try for 1 second, okay, and tell yourself. When people say, ask yourself this, right? When people say, whatever the elders see when they are sitting down, even if a child, if a child or a young man, climb the Kilimanjaro, he will never see it. But do you know something? It's that same sentence or an illustration, right? Or statement is similar to the one they will say to you, like, you are the leaders of tomorrow. It is that same statement is also similar to the one that they will say, no matter what is going on right now, there is always going to be the light. There is going to be light at the end of the tunnel. You see, all these statements, they are lies. They are not true. That the leader sits down. What they are meaning is not by sitting down. They are saying by experience, the elders, sensible leaders, sensible elders, they can tell where a situation is going to end. But we don't have many sensible elders or leaders anymore. Hunger has reformatted the brains. Some of them, they look old, they are young. But the poverty that the likes of Tinubu and all of them have used, they've whipped people into line. Some of them look older, they don't get sense anymore. So if you rely on them and what they say they see, you are risking your life. You are risking your future. Abi, how many of them, how many of those elders you know today, dead or alive, saw the future of what is happening to you today? Who told you that they're going to burn you inside Nigeria one day? You will join the carcass of people that will be saying, God, why did you burn me? Why did you create me in Nigeria? Nigeria has never made you ask yourself, God, why did you create me in Nigeria? You are young. It's because nobody goes put you inside a classroom and teach you what Nigeria is. Nigeria itself will teach you. And when you realize it, you adjust if you know die. So which of the elders that you know saw this future and waiting then do about them? So if they are now saying Tinubu is one of the elders, now, do you still want to commit your future in the hands of, visionless, selfish criminals like that? It's a question, no? When they tell you that you are the leaders of tomorrow, and you see you are queuing behind a 80-year-old man, 76-year-old man, 70-year-old woman, and you are shouting, on your mandate we shall stand. On your pampas we shall stand, Bola. On your diapers, Bola. On your pampas, Bola. On your diapers we shall die. And then at your age, are you still the leaders of tomorrow? Your tomorrow no go come? You no get sensey, because that statement as well is a lie. There is going to be light at the end of the tunnel. Which of the tunnel have you entered? And those who have been to the end of the tunnel, have they told you what they found? Maybe you don't know. We don't send people go check. I mean, which kind of tunnel person they work inside for 60 years where you know enter the light? Have you asked yourselves? They said we needed a one country, one big country. And therefore, we must come together, united, and build our country. Who is lying to you? How long do you want to keep lying to yourselves? How many people that told you that we should endure? There is light at the end of the tunnel. We have sent people there. Some of you don't know. That's why I said don't rely on these useless leaders, useless elders that will tell you that your future is in your hand. It's no longer in your hand. They don't take and borrow money from China. You see, some of you, they have projected that by 2050, your population is going to cross 300 million. Guess what? They don't bargain now. 2050 is how long now? Hang on. 2050 is from now. It's going to be how long? It's going to be 28 years away. Now, in 28 years' time, for some of you would have given birth to your own children. Even the children, some of you are going to give. You see, Leila is going to be 28 years in 28 years' time in 2050. Do you know that the way this whole world is going, Leila would have finished giving birth then. My Leila, that is just 2 weeks old, in 28 years' time. But guess what? That means Leila's children, if they were born in Nigeria, and Nigeria is still existing then, Leila's children are already in debt because the likes of Tinubu, the likes of Buhari, all these useless, heartless, cold-hearted criminals who are gang of thieves over one contraption called Nigeria, they have used their future to borrow me. They don't use my own future to borrow money anyway, no joke. And you can say, in Jesus' name, I reject it. You are not telling yourselves the truth. The truth is that as long as you continue to claim a Nigerian, congratulations to all of you who don't become American, Canadian, Japanese, or Chinese, or you have become Dubainese, you become Kuwaitian, wherever God has blessed your butter, wherever they have already wherever they have already buttered your bread, I'm not talking to you. Now, if you brag and say, but all of us, when we say, if you both say, oh yeah, pack your bag, or you this boy, you cause trouble. They go bundle me, pack. No, they can't bundle me. They will have to bundle Leila, to bundle Agbeke, to bundle Akinola. I don't need money, I don't need anything. If you now want bundle me, just put all of us inside one Ghana must go back and put us inside the plane. You know where they will send me? They will send me back to Nigeria because I know be British, I know be Scottish. So those of us that they will have to send there, they have to send back. That's how it's going to be. Somebody's asking me to drop something. I'm coming back. I'm going to use...
I've noticed, Premier, while I've been here, is that Northerners seem to have, I might almost call it, obsession about the Igbos. Could you perhaps explain that to me?
Well, the Igbos are more or less the type of people whose desire is mainly to dominate everybody. If they go to a village, to a town, they want to monopolize everything in that area. If you put them in a labor camp as a laborer, within a year they will try to emerge as headman of that camp, and so on. Well, in the past, our people were not alive to their responsibilities, because you can see from our northernization policy that in 1952, when I came here, there weren't 10 northerners in our civil service here. Then I tried to have it northernized, and now all important posts are being held by northerners.
Is this policy of filling all key posts in the north solely with northerners and not with other Nigerians a temporary or a permanent one?
In actual fact, what it is a northerner first. If you can't get a northerner, then we take an expatriate like yourself on contract. If we can't, then we can employ another Nigerian, but on contract too. This is going to be permanent, I should say, as far as I can foresee, because it will be rather dangerous to see the number of boys who are now turning from all our learning institutions, coming out with having no work to do. I'm sure whichever government of the day might be, it will feel rather embarrassed, and it might even lead to bloodshed.
Doesn't this damage the idea, sir, of all people in all regions in Nigeria being fellow citizens of one country?
Well, it might, but you are, new to our region, but how many northerners are employed in the east or in the west? The answer is no. And if there are, there may be 10 laborers employed only in the two regions.
You will see some of them that will say, this man, you are inciting people. I'm not inciting, I am educating you. If you know why Nigeria is not working, why it will never work, why you shouting unity. Let us come together. This and that. All of these shouts, why they will never fix Nigeria is what I'm telling you. And somehow, if you now know the truth, if you in fact want to know the truth, I swear there's no way you won't be angry. And your anger is not for you to fight anybody. It's not to hate everybody or fight anyone. It is for you to preserve who you are. Preserve who you are. Who are you? I'm a Yoruba man. And if I'm going to involve in any conversation in Nigeria, it should be about the Yoruba interest. If I have an opportunity of representing the Yorubas anywhere, even if other people came from other part of Nigeria, my business is that of the Yoruba. Now, in the process of communicating and conversing with others, then there is something called give and take, a sort of a compromise that is out of respect, mutual respect, they call it. But I'm a Yoruba man. If I enter a room, don't call me a Nigerian. Call me a Yoruba man from a place called Nigeria. That is you respecting who I am. So whatever comes out of my mouth, you will know I am speaking for those I represent. I am not speaking for Nigeria. So they changed all of that. The moment they tasted the big power, oil money, power of the military, the backing of the colonialists, then you have the today's Nigeria that you now say the northern Nigeria first. Self-preservation for the southern people, the Yoruba people. It was eroded. It was taken away from us. They demoralized us, the likes of Tinubu and co, by preaching one Nigeria to us, when we know their intention is not about fixing any Nigeria. It is just the common general slang. Oh yeah, one Nigeria, it's our turn. And guess what? Your life is at stake too. So if they are using that statement of there is light at the end of the tunnel, we have sent people down. We have sent people down to go and check the end of the tunnel. There is no light there. How did I know? When I was just 2 years old, I was hearing my own, your older people, the adults, my parents, all of them, talking about Nigeria go better, Nigeria go better. I was born in January 1984, yeah? And they have been saying it since then. Nigeria go better, Nigeria go better in the next few days, in the next few weeks, in the next few months, in the next few years, Nigeria will be this and that. Later, it go better, it go better, it go better, it go better. All the people who were telling me it go better, it go better, some of them are dead now. Some of them are so old right now, they can't even tell me it go better again. That is the end of the tunnel. If you don't understand, you have just a limited time, a limited years, 10 years, 20 years. Add it to your age right now, you will see the end of the tunnel. You will stop lying to the young people. So we've sent people down. There's no light there. Anything they tell you to put into Nigeria, everything they tell you to contribute, all the sacrifices they are telling you to sacrifice, whether you are a policeman, whether you are a military or a soldier, well, everything they are asking you to do and making you feel like you are doing it for Nigeria, what you are doing is that you are helping them, okay, to keep the blood flow, the flowing of innocent blood, which is the blood that they are using to glue Nigeria together. What does that mean? They trade in fear. Oh, Mayegun, I'm praying for you. Call on Bami Masho, eh? And when people you call on Mayegun, I know. You know why you are praying for me? It is because in the past, you all know it. They are dangerous. They are this, they are that. But guess what? They are more dangerous in your heart because of the fear over time. Then go kill you. If they won't kill, you know what I mean? They go kill me. Well, then nobody go kill you. You don't. Some of you don't die before they even come. Before they come of the death and all of that. So people like us, we speak out too, and maybe we can save a soul. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 5, 6. You know, that's how you gather the number. And one day, the demystification of these rogues will happen like a thunderbolt. We thought it was going to be forever. No, it's not going to be forever. It is now. It is now. There is nothing called one Nigeria. If you are still lying to yourself, I bet you are not being sincere. Maybe you don't even like yourself. Pa Ayo Adebanjo, there's something you have said. Maybe these guys, just need to hear that again. Sir.
I can't see you clapping. I can't see you clapping.
bless you, sir. Should I hold it for you?
They say, but I don't talk like that. Why are you saying that? Where are my colleagues? Will I say God has not done enough for me at 94? But maybe he has saved me thus far to tell Nigerians where we should be and stop deceiving ourselves. I will not repeat the grounds that my leader in Southern Leaders Forum, Per Clark, he has given the background, the truthfulness of the thing, the historical something. And Dr. Koko has done justice. And until we have said enough in the press, we are all living in denial. You all know why. They don't want the Southeast. It is not that they don't know the right. Don't believe that. I don't share that view. That you explain them, come and campaign to us. Campaign for what? What is obvious? What you all deny, what you must know. Why everybody must support the candidature of an Eastern origin for presidency is because the northern people don't want to yield power. Don't make a mistake about it. You are all afraid to say it. And I only like to point to all the facts to show you that they are just deceiving you. All the idea that they are supporting the Southwest, they are supporting why? It's an element of deceit to divide you, to be able to rule you. They don't like anybody. I told Tinubu himself, not in the papers, face to face. You believe this man is the breakthrough president? He said, yes. I said, you breakthrough president, he asked Yoshiba to contest, he asked Fayebi to contest, he asked Amosu to contest, all in the West. Why? He wanted to divide the West first. Then he goes to the South. The unfortunate thing is that, I'm sorry to this, President Goodluck Jonathan allow himself to be disgraced by mentioning the fact that I'm still considering that to be president. For what? No. Allow me. This is not a matter for clapping. It's not a matter for clapping. This time I reflect over it. Gentlemen, no. We are discussing a serious matter. When I remember the struggle and the campaign I made for Goodluck, on the principle that every part of the country, no matter how small, you are entitled to the highest position in this country if we still want to be in Nigeria in peace. Not by force. It's a question of national cake. It's a question of national equality. The Nigeria which I fought for, and I repeat, fought for, because I took part in the fighting. I am a follower of Awolowo, a follower of Azikwe. And Azikwe was my leader before I followed Awolowo, when he started to follow feudalism. I am one of the earliest Sikhs. Why? We want one Nigeria. But don't want Nigeria where one would be dominating the other. Not want you want the unity of the horse and the rider. Where the northern will be the rider and the rest of the country will be the horse. No! If it should be that, it is to thy church, O Israel. No, you see, we are at a crossroad now. And I'm too old enough to be bending facts. My position is to say it as it is. I am appealing to South candidates who are showing themselves, Wike and others. They are not helping the issue. They are helping the North. However capable Wike can think he is, that fight now is supporting the North. It is a way to divide us. Just as they are giving debates to Jonathan. All of them, they are not going to support them. All the people, the northern people that carry Jagaban, Oshibayu, this, he saw the seat, the typical Fulani deceit. If we get all of you divided there, it is about the Tambua, Balan, and Saraki, and the other former vice president. Atiku, go and watch. By the time they have got all of you divided, even in the southeast, when there are so many, you split your votes, then they will just imagine, they say that they are, and they will claim to be cleverer than us in the south, with all your PhD, with all your MSc, with all your DSc. Don't allow people who will know how. They seem to have the population. Where is the population? Where is the population? You and I, we have all been to the north. It was the British people that maneuvered that population. It was Aerosmith. I have said it. Where is it? And I've said it in the papers. If the population they are claiming will be correct, they must be counting the cows and the cattle in the north. So don't let us be deceived. The problem is us ourselves. Get us united.
Thanks for checking out Symphony on YouTube. Please be.
Thank you, Symphony. Get ourselves united is such a golden word right now. How? First, you have to tell yourself the truth. Then the second, once you tell yourself the truth, right, then you act on the first. Because the truth is that the North is not stupid. Their only means of survival is that power. Now, they have seen the vulnerability of the South, the division in the South. Now, they can just, it's like a chess game. They can now, you know what I mean? They can now just play you as they want to play you. Don't let anybody emotionally drag you into this, okay? Everybody, every one of them will be served. And when they are served, you see this truth, this particular truth that you just listened to, will become their own Bible. Watch what do. Because the reality of what they have been running away from in the last 7 years will be done on them. But they will not be able to do anything. You know why? Because the person that will deal with them is still going to be in that power for another 1 year. If he ever, there are many Yorubas who believe that last when the whole thing scatter, you know, they are the only people who have the capacity to stage a coup. So then they will just say, gang, fellow Nigerian, Tinubu will run away if he's not in jail. All of this, your governors flexing and they will run away because in 23 years, Tinubu and all of those who parade themselves as political leaders or political followers in Yoruba land, they have all failed Yoruba people. Now they have boxed us to a corner, a place that instead of them to now join hands with us and take us out of this contraption once and for all, they still want to use us as bargaining chip by blackmailing us. You know, are you not a Yoruba man? As a Yoruba man, you cannot be saying this in public. We all need to support our own. Iwa Titani, support which one is your own. 23 years, they failed Yoruba people. They betrayed Yoruba people. Out of that 23 years, the most freshest of them all is the betrayer of fake Pastor Ruga, who was speaking grammar, who was speaking this and that, motivating young people to give away their future, to give away their destiny. Many of them are dying now. Many of them are dying on their way to Libya. Many of them ended up in the slave cage in Libya because they are trying to cross the Sahara deserts. From the economy created by Buhari, Tinubu, and the rest of them who told you all you needed was just to elect APC, and your life will never remain the same. That's exactly what they did. You know what I mean? So they have made us weaker, vulnerable, and almost helpless. Sunday, Igboho's house was attacked. They just made it look like it didn't happen, simply because Igboho and so many other Yorubas, they were going to stage a peaceful Yoruba nation protest or rally in Lagos. You know what they did? Tinubu, just like what he did with these young people they killed at toll gate. You know, so to some young Nigerians, to some young people, Nigeria died at the Lekki toll gate. It's just that, unfortunately, that statement is not completely true, because the people who told us that Nigeria died at Lekki toll gate, many of them today are now campaigning for PVC. They are now campaigning for Swagger. They are now campaigning for different looters, PDP, APC. And then just to let you know that Nigeria is not dead to them. They are just a bunch of foolish people who have no idea of what they want. They killed these two innocent people at Igboho's house. And to this day, the Daura Secret Service that Bokwari unleashed on us in Yoruba land, the Daura Secret Service are still keeping the remains, the corpse, the bodies of these two men. What was their own crime? Their crime was that they were at the first person, Adisa Said, which is Adogon. It was at his friend's place. Oloye Sunday Igboho was his friend, and he was sleeping over that night, and he never woke up. They killed him. Now, you see the man on the right, Alhaji Fatai, that person is Igboho's family. He is the younger brother to Igboho's mother. They killed him. Now, to this day, they took their bodies away. But to the likes of APC, Egbekegbe, Igboho deserve that. And they will even be mocking him. Yoruba Nation. All this your Yoruba Nation, Yoruba Nation. Because you don't get Yoruba Nation more. Ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú, ẹ̀yin ọmọ àlè ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ Yorùbá Nation mọ́. Kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ Yorùbá Nation mọ́. Tinubu yín nígbà tí ó di pé òlé ti fẹ́ ìta ti fẹ́ lè padà sílé. Tinubu now remember that there's actually Yoruba Nation. Ṣé wá rí pé ojú ẹ̀sìn yín tó ṣú tó fẹ́ rọ̀ yìí wà láìtàlá á pa onílé yín, á pa àlejò yín, á pa ọmọdé yín, á pa àgbà yín, á pa àṣẹ ẹbí, á pa yín tilé tọmọ. Mi ò ní máa pa yín sọ́run o, gbogbo yín lè máa fi ìlé ẹ̀, àtàtàkì yẹn ń bọ̀, jẹ́ n refresh ẹ̀, àfọ̀bàjẹ́ tó fẹ́ dọba yẹ̀yẹ́ ló ń wá.
Tí ò bá sí àwa èmi tí ń dúró wájú yìí tí ń lérí ogun tí ní òkè Buhari nìṣó ká máa bá lọ. Kò lè di president. Ó ṣe kìíní olùlẹ̀, ó ṣe kejì olùlẹ̀, ó ṣe kẹta olùlẹ̀. Ó tiẹ̀ sunkún lórí tẹlifíṣàn pé láyé òun ò tún rán mọ́. Mo dẹ̀ lọ bá Kaduna wa rán ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀kún kọ́ lélẹ̀. Àdúró tiẹ̀ wà á dẹ̀ wọlé. Nǹkan kan ní pé o ò ní fọ̀rọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá ṣeré. Ó dẹ̀ gbà. Àtijọ́ tó rẹ̀ ti débẹ̀, mi ò gba mínísítà, mi ò gba contract.
Tinubu olùlẹ̀. Tinubu ti fẹ́ lulẹ̀, ẹ̀yin wèrè, ẹ lárí yín mọ́lẹ̀, lárí yín mọ́ kankéré, ẹ ṣe everything, ojú wa yìí la máa fi wòran, ìdí yìí la máa fi jókòó. In fact, yẹ̀yẹ́ yín orí bí láti máa ṣe. Tinubu lulẹ̀, gbẹ́ẹ̀, kànáà ni, straight to kànáà. Dalẹ̀lẹ̀ Yorùbá, ẹ da ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, ẹ ní lọlé pé. I'm going to open the line, so that it won't be just now only me they enjoy this for now, because some of you want to actually call in. I haven't said we should call in, but some of you are already calling. So, about Lagos, Abobaku, Shogbu, Alimajiri, Toloro, so you can pick up the phone and call in. Okay? You have been typing since. Call in. So, let me take a quick one, and when I get back, we'll begin to take our calls. Okay? So, this way I'm going to draw the line for now. Orojikbo, but it won't be tonight. It will just be left for all of you. I have somebody on the line, and meanwhile, let me quickly ask for something, especially my friends on YouTube. So we are currently over 3,000 of us on YouTube live right now, and it's only 900 of us who drop their own offering. Emma Lowo, I keep telling you, you cannot hold the God of Iron. Ogun is inside this temple, and your offering is that. Like that video, engage it, share it, and don't just hoard it and keep it to yourself only. Okay. Hello there, sir. Are you there? Oh, and he's been waiting. He's been on the line just before I came back from my tea, making my tea. I hope he managed to get back in again. Hello.
Hello. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Your name?
Hey, my name is Olamide. I'm calling you from Norway.
Olamide from Norway. You are my first caller, and if you probably help me make it brief enough, I can have more calls too. So, how are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just surprised to get it because I've been trying for a while, and it didn't go. The last time I got a chance was like 2 years ago. I think it was during the NSAS period, and yeah, it's so nice to be back again.
I mean, it's good to have your voice on the diary tonight as well. So, thank you. How are you?
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm fine. I hope you're good too, and your kids and the wife and the family.
Thank you. We are very, very well. Thank you for asking.
Right?
Yeah,
I just want to make this brief. Yeah, good job. Like I listened to your first broadcast. I was in the gym. I listened to it. I enjoyed it. I was sleeping. I came back from work. I was sleeping. I had to wake up. I need to listen to Mayegu, and then we are back again. Mayegu, I just want to add something little.
Please.
I don't know what would it be like for the Tinubu people if the guy doesn't get a ticket. I don't know. Like, are they going to turn Nigeria upside down? Because remember, Buhari people, they had a plan. Because Buhari people, remember, they had a plan. If Jonathan wasn't going to give them the pass on the they had like all these Boko Haram people, all these the now terrorist bandits. They already imported them in, waiting on standby just to
unleash the terror, which they eventually are unleashing now anyway. Yeah. Well, you know what happened is that let me tell you this, Baba. Let's tell ourselves the truth now, because it's the moment of truth. Okay. There's nothing Tinubu can do. Nothing. No move. You know why? It's this. He knows that Buhari know they keep prisoner. You know they keep prisoner. It will destroy you beyond what you can handle. You get what I mean? He doesn't assassinate. But Tinubu's gra is the fact that he has something to fall back on, and that is Lagos. When everything comes down, he always use Lagos to negotiate. So now noise you go hear now, Baba. On Tuesday, you won't hear anything. Everything you hear after that, you are going to be hearing after that. It's just going to be just pretty much like all this side talk. But as a promise, if Tinubu make any move after this whole thing, if he's never picked, which is never going to happen, right? And he realize that he's making some move behind because he think it's smart, you may just hear the breaking news. Tinubu arrested on his way trying to escape from Nigeria. And joke, all of you will be like, it don't happen, no. It's happening, no. It's happening, no.
That would be very interesting. And one last thing before I leave, this Yoruba rescue fund you're trying to put together, is it live or? Because I think not yet. Okay.
Yeah, at some point we decided that out of respect, okay, based on what happened at the time, out of respect, we just let people who want to do something, let them complete what they are doing while we also perfect what we are bringing up. But it's not stopping. It's coming on board this month, this June.
Okay, good. Because at the end of the day, I think it's a good thing that we can be able to bring resources together and try to help our own. Because already Nigeria has failed. Nigeria failed me. Nigeria failed a lot of people. I never gained. I'm 27. I'll be 27 in June 23 this month.
So you were just 4 years old when we got democracy. You don't even know what was going on, but you probably celebrated with all the adults.
I've never benefited anything from Nigeria. If someone should wake me and ask me, oh, Olamide, what has Nigeria done to you? Nothing. What have you benefited from Nigeria? Nothing. I went to a private school throughout boarding school. I left Nigeria, continued my studies in Kenya before I moved to Norway. Nothing will Nigeria do for me. Only me, my parents. So this Yoruba,
and there are millions of other parents like that in Yoruba land. So are they not feeling? Are they not going to feel insulted if somebody says, if not for Tinubu, they will never be able to send their children to where they send their children to? Is that not going to be an insult?
Big insult. And at the end of the day, they want to offer Wailed, Amara, Wailed, Omama Jagbado, Omama Jekaba, Omama Jayam. What, Mayegu, please, when the rescue fund is up, please, I would like to, I want to like, make a lot of noise about it, because this is our thing. And noise about it when that time comes, yes. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity.
Olamide. Thank you. Now, let me take another one. We won't have much. We have just about an hour to take calls tonight, okay? And we've already used the 10 minutes of that. Let's manage it and see how many people can call in. I actually want to see a Buhari idiot, a Lagos Abobaku, and a Brodian Mumadu Bele lecturer to pick up their phone and call in. I know maybe they are trying, or maybe they just never got in. But again, hello there, sir.
Tuale.
Oh yeah, Baba. Oh yeah, artist.
Yeah, gidi.
Oh yeah, gbé wọn tán.
I greet you at your house.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Energy poor.
In fact, you are spitting fire and brimstone.
Mi ò lè keep it. Not any problem, ni Baba. In fact, I can't keep all of that to myself.
Of course not. You speak extremely well.
Thank you.
You see, this is a lesson for all of us. If you do well, good will follow you.
That's right.
If you do bad, bad will follow you.
That's right.
Tinubu and his cohort, they did badly. Now they bad, they follow them too. So it's for us all to learn that this life, whatever you sow, you will reap.
That's right.
Don't let me bore you too much. Actually, I couldn't join the parliament yesterday. I was really itching to join, man. You see, I just felt so happy that Paul made mention of one or two things. I just want to clarify one or two things.
Please.
When we say alliance, sorry, I'm debating for today's.
You know that Omayegun's very political, yeah? We have all learned that sometimes, yeah, some of you spend all night trying to call into a program that you ended up not being able to. Then if you eventually join in, you can also always excuse us and say, you know what, I want to say something, even though it's not related to what you are doing now. It's part of it. So, no download them too much. You just release
See, when we talk about alliance, we're not talking about going to tell America or Britain or wherever or France to come and fight for us, to come and get our independence for us. No, far from it. What we are trying to say is that you are owned by the British. The British brought about Nigeria. For you now to get yourself out of that document, the amalgamation that expired in 2014, you need to go back to the source and say, we have to leave. And now, who is going to bring about that is the question.
Because somebody has to do it.
Paul made mention of Paul made mention of our father, Awolowo, that he had his alliance was Kwame Nkrumah.
Africans.
And Kwame Nkrumah was his political alliance. When you talk about independence, did Awolowo go to Nkrumah and say, give us independence?
No.
He went to the original source, the one that owns Nigeria, and said we want to go into.
He went into the Lancaster house there, and he presented his case. I remember.
That's the way it is. You have to go back to where you came from, where your source is.
Yeah, sorry to cut you, right? I'm so sorry, right? Something came to my mind, yeah? Just to back what you just said. Awolowo did not just appear at Lancaster House in London. There are people he probably met who processed and facilitated that.
Thank you.
That eventually made it happen.
Thank you.
History don't just happen. There are people that are facilitators. Most of them don't get mentioned.
That is it. Unfortunately, the person that would have been the main person to help us is Obasanjo. Obasanjo can, because in the diplomatic circle, there's something called diplomatic circle. Who can make things happen? Who can make things happen?
Just to smoothing things for you. And it's going to be like, say, you are so
bring about the discourse. Obasanjo was supposed to be the one to bring about this discourse, but he's a Nigerian. Let's forget about it.
Yes.
Another person that we had that would have been another help is our professor. What's his name? Lawrence. Soyinka. But Soyinka is playing it safe. For a reason I don't know.
Sitting on the fence.
Because you have to have somebody to go and trigger this thing. All kudos to Mommy Abiola. She did extremely well. Because you have to, this is about intelligence, not about something.
I know.
Somebody must trigger this thing. When Britain wanted to get their independence, their Brexit, did they just say we are no more interested in EU? No, they have to go to the EU
and
and trigger
that we are going to leave.
This is what I'm saying. We need people to influence the UK, the US, the Europe. We need people to influence and bring about this discourse that these people have been the document that kept them together expired in 2014. Now the group of people say they want to leave. That brings about Madam Abiola's 5 million
signature. And then even
President, what they're supposed to be doing now is yes, President, what they're supposed to be doing now is go to some international TV like Al Jazeera, because even get somebody like some that we can get even the CNN and the rest of it. Have even if it's 5 minutes plus. And talk about this thing that yeah, this is what we're going to do. This is our plan. Our people have said so we have 5 million, 10 million Yoruba that say they're no more interested in this Nigeria that have expired. This is the alliances we are talking about.
It is not a
people have got to trigger something to happen. I tell you, if we have people that can go about this thing in the less than 6 months, we all are free. Okonjo Iweala could have even raised up, even with our whole status, and trigger this thing also for the Biafrans. What are we talking about? It's not about noise making.
No.
It's about strategy.
It's more than that. There is so much groundwork to be done. And if you really have people who can put their weight diplomatically, it makes it a little bit easier. I mean, no independence, no freedom is easy. But when you have your own sons and daughters, is that not the reason why some of us are angry with the likes of all this political class, Tinubu and co? They have all of these diplomatic arrangements, but they use them to keep Nigeria knitted because they will be rewarded.
That's the problem. That's the problem. And one mistake, you see, let's be very careful. Don't let's do the same mistake that our leader Awolowo made. Awolowo was too smart, and he showed it to the British that he was too smart for them. That was why they made sure that he never got there. Don't let people play into their hands by showing that we are too smart.
We don't need them and all of that. Sometimes
that is why they didn't allow our papa Awolowo to become what he wanted to be. Because you know that this guy, he showed it to them that he was too smart. You have to play the fool. Remember one of the laws, the 48 laws of power.
Hide your intention. Keep your intention.
Hide your intention and don't outshine your master.
Don't outshine your master.
Pretend as if your master is your Lord and everything until you get your power.
And you realize that your master, they say when your master is vulnerable, and you know you can't save him, and he can't save himself, you can take a gamble, crush him. And when you want to crush your own master, make sure you crush him completely, and he won't be able to fight back.
Completely, never to rise up again. But then we are the people have intention that just out and say we don't want British. We don't.
Emotion sometimes actually speak through people. I have learned how to undo that sometimes too.
Emotion is not reality.
And emotional logic is not sensible.
It's not sensible. It's very easy. What we are supposed to be doing now, you know that what we are supposed to be doing now is that how do we raise influencers in all these places to bring about this discourse? That is what we're supposed to be channeling our energy into.
Without ruling out other people's own views of how to go about it, I believe that this idea other ideas that feels like, no, we don't need them, we need this, yeah, they can actually all work hand in hand and end up taking us where we wanted, instead of saying, no, this one, no, that one, no, not that one. If everyone says, let's build a diplomatic team.
Have you ever imagined that the Yoruba state in Nigeria, present Nigeria now? Imagine that Yoruba state in the present Nigeria now decide to sit at home for 2 days that they want to leave. That is what is called economic nerve of the nation crumbling. If Yoruba nation, if Oman reacting now, even the whole world will say what happened.
And that kind of fight, soldier don't feel cure no, but they will have to come in and say,
what do you want? It's all just sit down at home for 2 days.
And
before that time 2 days, this our program was trying to help. This our program trying to help with food and the rest of it for our people. Yeah. We would have announced that everybody was also they will be sit at home. Go and collect food, go and buy food, go and eat this and that.
And get the support you need. If you need medical, call this number, emergency number. Call this one, call that one, you'll be supported. You know what I mean?
You need food, people will bring food. You need this, people will more. Story Gobileta say, Tabani on Lori to my influence in Leave Bobo, UK, US, EU,
all over the world.
Less than 6 months.
It is possible. That's why I feel
it is possible. It's not for us to strategize. What we're supposed to be doing now is how do we get people to influence people? So the people can lobby. Let's go to the lobby. Let's do the right thing. Strategy in the Kini. It's not by a looter.
No.
It's a game plan.
Yes.
I don't know what.
But however, yeah. Thank you, Baba. Okay, let me take another one again.
All right, Baba.
Let's,
Baba.
Oh yeah, feel it. Nice on. Well, I love that. I mean, ideas are there for people to, to kind of review. Hello, sir.
Yeah, my number.
Oh, okay, sir. How old is sir?
Yeah, sir.
Oh, lucky enough, I'm speaking to you the second time today, isn't it, sir?
Yeah, I've been following that in the way. You know what?
Yes, sir.
The master strategist has been outsmarted by a megad.
And they are finding it difficult to believe.
I want Jack Borolowo. One Jack Borolowo gidi go. What we need Pagun?
Ṣé pé Pagun ló ń gùn ọ́?
Pagun ló ń gùn Tinubu ni.
Mo wò lé ni pé tá bá wo gbogbo kíní yìí náà, like, what could be the motive? To finish láti sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́yẹn. Àwọn t'Abẹ́òkúta ti respond o.
No, you don't understand. You see, I know. I saw dubious that was this today. You see, the Tinubu is that if it's all body, owó tó ṣiṣẹ́ fún tó jí. Like you said, anything money can do, more money we do it. But man, come on. When you have all the money and you're not in power, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, absolutely.
They will shut Tinubu down. They will shut Tinubu down. They will shut him down. Watch.
Sir, you know, this is going to happen. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. But as a Yoruba man or a Yoruba woman, don't let anybody emotionally blackmail you that you are the reason why this is happening. You should show sympathy. Don't show any sympathy. Don't waste emotion. That's what we told people this afternoon.
The emotion is about. I'm waiting for it now. Monday, I brought more money. I'm going to get Africa. So I don't make it. Team is over. So the team is done.
Because the barrier to force you. A minute be 200 pounds. You can't touch Timothy.
Show you. Or to say eléyìí. The guy dusted that pop. Dusted Dapo brutally. This one.
This is a guy to be going to make millions, want to make billions, and going to watch a governor.
You're 60. Someone tell me the
governor Can you imagine?
And that was my even Sanwoolu, the countenance could tell that this guy is someone. But back in you might get out. But like I said to someone, I thought most of them there are no more noble men in Yoruba land. It's unfortunate.
It was such a shame.
It's a shame. The master strategist has been outsmarted by his own
God.
All right. Have a good evening, my brother.
Have a good one, sir. Folks, thank you very much, sir. So let me take another one. Let's check our time. Right, we've got about half an hour to go, so I've got another caller, sir. Hello.
Hello, Ekason.
Ibo lẹ ti ń pè? Because that person le wa nbe yan.
New York la ti pè.
Ẹ yára New York, sir. Ẹ bá wa ń dá sí lálẹ́ yìí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀, mo fẹ́ kọrin.
Yes, sir.
Orin Tinubu yẹn lè mi fẹ́ kọ.
Ṣé ti mandate àbí ti pampasi àbí ti diapasi?
On your failure we shall laugh. On your failure we shall laugh. On your failure, Bola. On your failure we shall laugh. I'm a celebrate Tuesday.
Àwa kọ́ la kó bá wọn sí nǹkan tẹ́mi ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn ní àwa kọ́ la kó bá wọn àwa kọ́ nígbà tá à ń sọ wọn ẹnu wa ń rùn wọn náà gbọ́n ó ti wá délẹ̀.
Ọmọ àgbà fún àgbẹ̀yìn jọ Tuesday a máa celebrate.
Àwa kọ́ la kó bá wọn.
A máa gba Yorùbá nation.
Tinubu wa ń sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá ó dàbí tí mi ò gbọ́ ni.
Last card wọn no play last card wọn.
What you play last card?
God bless you, Jai.
God bless you too, sir. Try. God bless you too. Thank you very much. You know, our Koba, we are not the one who actually caused what will be your mystery and your whatever. You gambled, and your ticket caught. And here we are, because we are now looking like we are the seers who saw this coming. But you thought you were smarter. The smart man have been outsmarted by a megadi. Hello there.
Hello, sir. Balogun fúnra.
Kábíyèsí o.
Balogun fúnra.
Kábíyèsí o.
Balogun fúnra. This is àwọn tí ẹ láti Edinburgh.
Kábíyèsí.
Àwọn tí ẹ láti Edinburgh. Àwọn tí bá ń ṣọ́. I did, my brother. How are you?
I'm very well. I'm still here, Baba. I mean, they wish I am.
Lágbára Ọlọ́run.
I'm still here.
Lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ìwà pẹ́ fún wa. I just want to top up what my elder brother just said.
Please.
You know, the smart idiot has been outsmarted by a foolish megad. Unfortunately. Tinubu robo ngboni. But if you want to day or there, àwọn Fulani ló tún wá outsmarted to show how stupid he is. You know, mo sọ fẹ́ gbọ́n mi láàárọ̀ yìí mo ní heart attack ló máa mú after he sees that he has failed this one. I'm telling you, I doubt if this guy is going to last 2023. Mi ò gbàdúrà kú fún anybody o.
I told somebody, I said, what if tó jẹ́ pé dementia Tinubu ti really worse, right? And being an old man, you know, old people are kind of stubborn. Ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yin àgbààgbà orí temple o, bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ṣe rí nìyẹn o. Àwọn arúgbó máa ń stubborn. Ọ̀rọ̀ kan ló máa ń rán mẹ́nu.
Yes.
Most of because they are convinced they were right. Even tí gbogbo yín bá sọ pé daddy kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ àṣàgbàlagbà wà ní ìpẹ̀lú yín mọ́ àgbàlagbà ní bó ṣe ń ṣe ni. Kí ni ẹ ti ń ṣe Tinubu because èmi ò mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lánàá sí nìyẹn o.
Tinubu ààrẹ ò yá, he's not well.
He's not.
He's not well. He's not well. Ara máa ò yá. For him to even think of what he has failed totally. And I've got so many friends in London, man. Only Jagaban Niki let me go call you now first. Tell you like you said. Todo yẹn bá máa rọ̀ báyìí, ó máa pa yàrá ìyá wọn ni.
Pàwọn wọlé, pàwọn wọ̀ta, pàwọn wọ kọ̀rọ̀, pàwọn wọ abẹ́lé, wọ́n wá kígbe, wọ́n ti ń wèlè.
Pàwọn wọnú wò.
Ẹ̀rí pọ̀ ti ń wèlè ni.
Wọ́n ti ń wèlè already.
Jagaban, how can they do this to Jagaban? Àwa ti sọ fún wọn pé tabari gbogbo nǹkan tí Jagaban àwọn ṣe fún Buhari, inú APC ló ṣe fún pé APC ló jẹ́ Jagaban ní nǹkan. APC ló jẹ́ ní gbogbo nǹkan tó bá lóun fẹ́. Èmi ò jẹ́ nǹkan o. Èmi ò rò pé anybody tó wà níbi ìjẹ́lẹ̀.
One my solar flash. Jagaban, this country is not for you. 70-year-old man.
70-year-old
this country is not for you.
Thank you.
Jagaban,
Thank you so much. Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
brother me. Let me give the left call. God bless.
Yeah. Let me take another one again. I want to be letting Brown. Yeah. If you are in Scotland and you are watching, maybe we are going to see ourselves soon. Hello there.
Hello,
sir. How are you, sir?
How are you, brother?
I am very well. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm all right. This is Shegun calling from the US.
Class. Good to have you on, sir.
Yeah.
I think it's the first time is it?
You know, Ori, Suez, let me call Suez, Actually, it was frustrated me to get. Really, really frustrated. You know, and yellow to bust out for him to have said that, wala wa fungon, wala wa. Any moment from now, I want to be my
help. Already. Yeah. I can make use of anybody I need, any little help I need, I can get. Then you face the delegate. One software one governor one joko, only governor one
joko. Yeah.
Then something is
that
right.
Too much. Yeah.
Frustration.
Yeah. All people only blackmail everybody to support him.
I see.
You know, it's not done. It's not done. Anyways, my banky and the new one. No. I really, really appreciate it. All right.
Thank you.
My pleasure. All right.
Okay.
Bye.
I love this. You're going to touch it down because there's nothing much people want to add or say. They just want to say, man, you know what? I am watching this program tonight and I will register my own presence. So, hello there.
Hello, Mayego.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Fine. Ojo,
how are you?
And I watch every day.
I know. A lot.
Like 2-3 times every day.
Bless you.
But intentionally, most of the time I couldn't get through. But thank God tonight, I made up my mind I'm going to call.
That you have to get through tonight, whatever it's going to take.
I've died like,
go on.
I've died like 70 times.
I can imagine. Tell me about it.
Yeah. You remember the last time I called?
Please.
Sorry, the house. I am Omoko Yoruba, if you remember my name.
Yes, I think I do now. Yeah? Tell us.
Omoko Yoruba.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Remember last time I called, I sang a song. Princess said that song I didn't get. I'm not a good singer. But she knew the song.
Right.
And she now sang the song. And I'll remind you the song again tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Arira. Wa. Gbogbo wa la máa ríra wa. Bó ṣe burúkú ló bá yan láàyò, ìwọ máa ṣe lọ. Bó ṣe rere ló bá yan láàyò, ìwọ máa ṣe lọ. Ṣùgbọ́n dájú, ọjọ́ kan ń bọ̀. I know the listeners, they know the song.
They do. Me too, I do. I'm trying to bring it to remember all the lyrics and all that. But I remember you now, by the way.
Yes. See, what Beru and Koyen Latin. What joy? See, they miseducated us.
Seriously. And it is intentional.
See, when we want to talk of prophets, we'll be talking of Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel. As a Yoruba guy, what's my business with Ezekiel? That I will be living my life based on their prophecies. What's my business with Isaiah? Many of them are looking at you as an idiot.
I know.
Somebody that has just been ranting, not knowing that this is the prophet of our generation.
Bless you.
They didn't know that Prophet Mayego has been the one God has sent to them.
So it could be, maybe this is how it was back then. Those who were also shouting, telling them things that people didn't believe them until they are
that is just it.
Oh, you remember that
what
guy
made prophet?
That guy where they shout, they rant. That's what they know me as, many of them. But our shout, our rant.
Yes.
They say, he's been saying it.
We are stupid. We are idiots. You know, in the Bible, it says that Isaiah got to the extent that Isaiah was walking naked. when God was trying to pass a message to the Israelites that this is what I'm going to do to you, God told him, go and marry an harlot. To show the kind of relationship they were having. They were looking at Prophet Isaiah as an idiot. All of them have been looking at Mayegun with this stupid boy. And bye. Taloko. He's an idiot. He's not shouting the name of Jesus. He's not shouting the name of any God. But everything he was saying was right. Yes, not knowing that is how God speaks to different generations. I didn't declare Tinubu Tigbon. See, Mayegun, let me go back to be a Yoruba guy. Elédùmarè tó dúró tí ẹ kò ní fi ẹ́ sílẹ̀.
Àmín bàbá.
Elédùmarè tó ń kọ́ ẹ mọ́ ṣe kò ní padà lẹ́yìn ẹ. Mayegun ò ní jọra ẹ lójú.
Àmín o, àmín o.
Wọ́n rán kó yẹn lánàá, Tinubu mo sọ o. Ọlọ́run nìkan ló ń jẹ́, ó ní ìgbà tó ń tí Mósè béèrè pé Ọlọ́run kí lorúkọ ẹ. Ó ní èmi ni.
Èmi ni tí ń jẹ́ èmi ni.
I am that I am.
That's right.
Now Tinubu ó mi pé láti jọ́ ẹ̀ Tinubu ti sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ di Ọlọ́run sí gbogbo àwọn tó ń tẹ̀lé ẹ̀yìn. Ó ní tí kì í bá ṣe èmi ṣe èyí tó wà lẹ́yìn tó lè di gómìnà.
Eléyìí tó jókòó yìí, eléyìí.
Ṣé eléyìí lè di gómìnà? Yes, that all of them, they are non-entities to him. He's their God. He made them.
Only God knows how he talks to them when they are in his bedroom, in his house, in Bullion. Who knows? God knows how he treats them there. But he's coming to light. They are like, they scorn him. They don't like him, but they just need him just for them to get by. Now, it seems that they are done with him. And he's now there. He said, Baba Oni, Emigo tell your mo kokomomi begbogbo. But look at our ton sorong pa Baba. They don't need him anymore. Do you think any of them need him? Politically.
Wọ́n ò fi tinú sìn látijọ́ yìí. Ta ló tẹ́lọ́rùn láti máa sin amúnisìn pa? Ọ̀dájú abiyamọ ni. Yes. Tinubu ò bá jẹ lọ. Because torí pé ó ṣẹ̀ sí òfin méjì. Òfin àkọ́kọ́ nínú 48 laws of power. Know your limit, do not exceed it. Yorùbá dẹ̀ sọ wípé afọbajẹ kì í contest fún ọba.
Gbọ́ ni wọ́n ní tí ọba bá dépò ọba tán bàbá tí bá rọǹgì kẹrán mi létí o kẹ correct mi o. Nínú ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tí afọbajẹ bá fi ọba jẹ tán ó máa ń fìlú lẹ̀ ni.
Pẹ̀lú sùúrù.
Nítorí pé kí ni ẹni tó fi ọba jẹ ni ọba kọ máa wá bá o. Torí lójú tí ẹ ṣe bá wà ládàá fún un ṣèbó wá iná làásìn gbẹrẹ fún un. Tó bá ti ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ tán ìwọ lẹ́ni àkọ́kọ́ tó máa rò pé ó gba ìkúnlẹ̀ ẹni tó dáa dé yẹn ìwọ ló máa kọ́ wá bá. Nínú ìtàn Yorùbá afọbajẹ máa ń fi ìlú lẹ̀ ni wọ́n dúró.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ó wá sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ di Ọlọ́run sí ìran Yorùbá lọ́rùn. Ó wá sọ pé ìwọ ni èmi ni. Ní ọ̀sán ìfàkùn mi ó dùn mí bó ṣe parí program yẹn lọ́sàn-án lèmi wọlé. I have to listen try again. I was just happy. See, let me correct one thing.
Yes, sir.
Òjò wọn kì í ṣe pé òjò wọn máa rọ̀, òjò wọn ti ń rọ̀ ni o. Òjò Tinubu. You know sometimes tójú bá fẹ́ rọ̀, a kọ́ máa wọlé wa lórí wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́rẹ́. Òjò yẹn ti ń wọlé lórí báyìí. Every downfall, like you said, 48, 72 hours time. Every downfall òjò yẹn. Òjò tó máa ń pààyàn.
Ìyẹn ni pé Buhari carry me dey go. Carry me dey go, Buhari carry me dey go, Kuje prison. Tó bá jà nìyẹn o.
Carry me dey go, Buhari carry me dey go, Kuje prison. Ọ̀nù rí ẹ̀.
Yeah, carry me dey go, Buhari carry us dey go, Kuje prison. Tó bá ti against the consensus.
Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí orí yín ò pé tẹ̀ ń tẹ̀lé Tinubu. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń tẹ̀lé Tinubu torí yóò pé tẹ̀ ń tẹ̀lé Tinubu. Mo fẹ́ kẹ́ gbọ́rọ̀ kan lálẹ́ yìí. Ṣé n pé Tinubu Mayegun máa ń sọ fún yín ẹ̀yin báwo yẹn kẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́ta ẹnu yín ẹ̀gbọ́ta àdánù orí yín. Kẹ́ máa gbọ́ lálẹ́ yìí o. Ẹni tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ ọkọ Yorùbá ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ ọkọ Yorùbá. Tí kì í ṣọmọ àlè.
Àwọn ọmọ àlè, àwọn ọmọ lúwàbí, àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tírú àwọn èèyàn tó jẹ́ pé gbogbo.
Orú rẹ̀ mú wálẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ẹ sọ fún Tinubu orú rẹ̀. Orú rẹ̀ ó mú wa. Oru Tinubu, oru emu wale Yoruba.
Ó dẹ̀ ti pẹ́.
Àtòun àti àwọn amúgbálẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. Kì í ṣe òun nìkan o. Sẹ́nìkan wá lọ gan sẹ́yìn ìgò àti Tinubu àti gbogbo àwọn amúgbálẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ oru wọn mú wa. Torí pé àwa Yorùbá fẹ́ gba òmìnira wa. A dẹ̀ máa gbà. Wọ́n fẹ́ wọ́n kọ̀, a máa gbà. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá, mo kí wa kú oríire. Torí pé ọjọ́ ayọ̀ wa súnmọ́lé. Gbogbo mathematics tí wọ́n ń play pẹ̀lú wa. I was going through one book last week.
Yeah.
Do you know what it says in that book?
Tell us.
Do you know how to stop competition? It says, just don't compete. If you want to stop competition, you want to enter into a market. You met some giants there. You met some people that are gladiators there. There's no way you could compete with them. The only way you can compete, the only way to stop that competition is not to compete with them.
Bless you.
That is to say, our Yoruba gbogbo radara dati Nigeria fojú wa rí ó ti tó wa àti Nigeria mọ́. And it's a matter of time. Yes. Ṣe Nigeria mọ́. Ẹja tún ṣe election. Ẹja dìbò. Ẹja yẹn nìkan báyìí. Ẹja tún ṣe ẹja ṣe election. What do they call this user thing? Ìtàn fìdí wa mọ́lẹ̀ yìí. Review, constitutional review. Ṣe kankan mọ́. The only way to stop competition is just to stop competing. We are not competing with Nigeria. We are not competing. Whatever you want to do it with yourself. Either you like it or not. Fulani hear us. And hear us loud and clear.
So,
either you like it or not. Either you like it or not. Fulani that are turning us to slaves in our own land. Your days are numbered in Yoruba land.
Of course.
A day is coming. And it won't be long. When Fulani will be seen as outcasts in Yoruba land. Pẹ̀lú agbára Elédùmarè. Pẹ̀lú agbára Ọlọ́run tó dá wa, kò ní pẹ́ kò ní jìnnà. Tí Fúlàní èmi wọn àní láàtàn Yorùbá mọ́. Àti kí wá ṣe Fúlàní nìkan o. Kí wá ṣe Fúlàní nìkan o. Torí Fúlàní ló kéré jù ní problem ta ni. Ṣé gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń ṣe bàbá Yorùbá ìran Yorùbá ṣe bàràǹdà.
Tẹ́ ń ṣe wá báṣubàṣu yìí. Ọjọ́ tí yín gan wà náà.
Tẹ́ ń fi wá ṣe àpapín. Ṣé ó yẹ yín? Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń fi hàn Yorùbá ṣe bàràǹdà. Tẹ́ ń fi wá ṣe àpapín. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ àjára ayé ẹ̀jẹ̀ àjẹ́wò ọ̀run. Ẹ̀sọ́ ayé wa dí rádàrá mú wa lọ́wọ́. It's just a matter of days. We know you. And when the time comes, we come for you.
Yes.
We come for you. And you know this thing. Ṣé ọmọ kí wọ́n sì wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́kọ́ ni? Bá ti mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run tí àwa ń sìn Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè wa. Ó ní èmi ni Olúwa Ọlọ́run àwọn. Èmi ni Olúwa. Èmi Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè tí àwa Yorùbá ń sìn. Má kà fún wa láti inú Bíbélì. Ó ní èmi ni Olúwa Ọlọ́run àwọn ọmọ ogun. Ó ń ka wà tó ṣòro ṣe fún mi. Ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo táwọn religion leaders tí wọ́n sọ wá dáadáa, wọ́n sọ wá dọ̀lẹ by brainwashing us. But we are reading back our history. Ọlọ́run àwọn ọmọ ogun, Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè tó dúró di ti Ògúnmọ́lá, tó dúró tàwọn babaláwa Ìbíkúnlé. Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè tó jà fún Lásàyìndé. Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè tó dúró di Sunday Igboho tí ò tà fáwọn ọ̀tá. Wọ́n ṣe gbé sapá àtàgbára láti mú Sunday Igboho tọ́lọ́run ò fi lé wọn lọ́wọ́. Ọlọ́run yẹn ní wàá gbà wá Yorùbá. Ọlọ́run yẹn ní wàá gbà wá kúrò lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin túlọ̀ ẹ̀yin amúnisìn. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà á dòmìnira. Mayegun, keep it up.
God bless you, sir. Inú mi dùn láti pé a sọ̀rọ̀ again.
Keep it up. Well done, brother.
God bless you, sir. That's a very good one. A máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní round up tó ń sìn yìí.
Hello, Chief Mayegun.
Hello, sir. Ẹ kálẹ́.
Good evening. My name is Akinola Akishidiola. Calling from London.
Akin ọmọ Akin tó ẹ kálẹ́ o.
Akin ọmọ Akin ló sọ̀rọ̀ o.
Kábíyèsí, sir.
Baba, I'm really happy to talk to you tonight.
I am also happy.
And I was so happy after talking to you before. I just want to contribute a little to this panel, which I'm so happy that I get through tonight.
I am happy to hear your voice.
Please, one thing I just want to let people to know. Ọlọ́run ọba tó fún yín ní ìmọ̀ àti òye yìí. Àní Ọlọ́run ọba kò ní gba ìmọ̀ àti òye yẹn lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Ṣé rí màá sọ Yorùbá kan fún Tinubu lálẹ́ yìí pé òjò á pa bàtà á pa jẹun etí ẹ̀ lálẹ́ yìí àwọn àgbààgbà Yorùbá wọ́n máa ń kọrin kan ní 1982 ní ayé Awólọ́wọ̀ pẹ̀lú Ṣàgàrí wọ́n ní ejinana bàbò tápà o ejinana bàbò ṣẹ́rí nígbà tí àwọn ayé Akíntọ́lá sáré pé wọ́n ti fi Awólọ́wọ̀ ṣẹlẹ́yà wọ́n wá gbéra wọ́n wò pé bolókù sí tábẹ̀ lọ dàrú wọ́n wá sí Ondo State ìgbà tá máa Ondo State òjò ẹ̀ ló pa Tinubu bọ̀ yìí sìn báyìí wọ́n wá wò pé èdè jẹ lọ́bẹ̀ wọn mọ̀ pé kò ṣeé ṣe mọ́ Tinubu kẹrí Ọlọ́run tó pera ẹ̀ wọ́n ní ẹnìkan sọ pé èmi lọ́lọ́run kò sẹ́dá tó bá ti pera ẹ̀ lọ́lọ́run ó máa ń já ṣubú ni. Yes, because this man are making himself as a God to Yoruba neck and I will make a contribution ajá ètò múndá nìyẹn ṣe rí kò sí ọ̀nà tó lè gbégbá o ó jà kò jà Kuje APC ó ti dúró dé Kuje ó ti dúró dé ó jà kò jà kò sí wọ́n ti sẹ́ẹ̀tì gbogbo iṣẹ́ ìtàn ọkọ̀ ogun lábẹ́rẹ́ pé kó ní.
SI mọ̀bí tó ti parí iṣẹ́ ṣe nígbà tó dé láti London tóun àti Buhari pàdé ní London ní last year tó wá lò bí oṣù mẹ́ta ń bì yẹn ṣe nígbà tó délé padà ni wọ́n ti jẹ́ kó yé pé kò likely kó jẹ́ pé Buhari ní nǹkan kan ṣe pẹ̀lú promise tó ń gbé kákàkiri láti jọ jẹ́ pé Buhari promise pé in fact nǹkan táwọn ń gbọ́ ni pé kò tiẹ̀ pẹ̀lú rárá nǹkan tó ṣe nǹkan tó pé wọ́n ṣe ń gbọ́ àwọn kan bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní declare sí i Tinubu afọbajẹ nítorí Ọlọ́run ló kó sí plane ló lọ fi rẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ́yà ní Aso Rock tó nù lọ sọ fún Buhari pé òun fẹ́ contest ẹ rántí fídíò yẹn bóyá ṣe tán bẹ̀ wọ́n gbé síbì kan ní kó máa sọ̀rọ̀ Tinubu afọbajẹ elérò lẹ́yìn ó wá dájọ́ kónkóló báyìí I want to be president. I came to tell the president and all of that. Ibi tẹ́sí yẹn ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn sà. Kò tètè fura ní.
Bàbá ẹ jẹ́ kí n tún ṣàlàyé kan fún yín. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé ó ṣe kinní kan ní ìjẹta? Ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí kó tó lọ nígbà tó lọ sọ́yọ́. Ó kọ orin kan ilé tó sọ pé òun ò ní sáwọ̀. Ìgbà tí àjà gbé tójò pa ilé ló fẹ́ sáwọ̀ yo. Ó ní ó kọrin Yorùbá nation national anthem wa. Ó kọ kó tó di pé ó ṣe ẹni tí bẹ̀. Ẹ rí i pé iná ti mu iná ayé ti jó kò yẹ yín sí iná ayé ló jó ó ti yẹ yín ẹni tó bá ti ń ṣèkà tó rántí ọjọ́ kan tó di pé ìkà máa ń ka oníkà ó ti yẹ yín sí because in fact ẹ̀sìn wọn ó ti dé tán báyìí and gbogbo wọn tó kù ìkan tẹ́lẹ̀ kan fẹ́ sọ fún ajá ẹ̀ tó máa mú dání ẹ̀ tó máa sọ pé bingo ẹ̀ sọ fún sí pé kó lọ fara pamọ́ because òjò wọn ti dé o ẹlẹ́yà wọn dẹ̀ ti bọ́ ta wọ́n sọ pé òjò pẹ̀lú pa ṣìgìdì wọn òjò ti pa báyìí àwọn abọ́bakú tó wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ wọ́n rò pé kìíní àsìkò náà máa bèrè pé mo lórí adé ẹ̀ wà wọ́n máa bèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀
ojú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ni wọ́n wà.
wọ́n máa bèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sùn. because
bàbá ṣẹ́rí kìíní tẹ máa ń ṣe òṣèlú tẹ máa ń ṣe ìyọjà tẹ ṣe sí nǹkan ti dàrú o.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni rísì tó máa fi bèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ni pé níbo lórí adé ẹ̀ wà á ní òun ò rí afẹ́fẹ́ tó ń gbé dání yẹn tó rò pé òun gbórí adé dání wọ́n á sì wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ òótọ́ ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ báyìí sùn. tó ó yẹ kán jòkó kán ronú ara wọn kán wò pé ibi tán lọ yìí pé ibi ìṣubú ni. àdúrà tí mo gbà ni pé mo kí gbogbo Yorùbá pé ẹ kú oríire because bẹ́ẹ̀ ni oríire ni ó yẹ ká máa jókòó máa fi gbàlú sí báyìí ọjọ́ ayọ̀ wa ti tún wọ́n lé tán àti débi ògo nǹkan gbogbo ẹ̀dá alálẹ̀ ilẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé gbogbo àwọn tó ní wá lára Ọlọ́run ti bá wa pa wọn kó lójú ọ̀nà àwọn náà sọ pé àfèmí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sà àwọn náà sọ pé àfèmí ó yẹ ká máa pè ní àfèmí yàtọ̀ Ọlọ́run ọba ló yẹ ká máa pè fúnra wa kò yẹ ká máa sọ pé ẹ̀dá tó bá ti pè rẹ̀ láfèmí àfèmí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sà àti tó bá ti pè rẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ti wò pé òun ti kára ẹ̀kún Ọlọ́run kò dẹ̀ sẹ́ni tó ń jọ́ Ọlọ́run fara ẹ̀ oníkàmá ti àfiwé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sà oníkàmá ti àfiwé ìgbà tí mo kàn fẹ́ sọ fáwọn tó jẹ́ pé mẹ́ta àwọn ìgbà tí mo kàn fẹ́ sọ fáwọn tó jẹ́ pé ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì dúró sí ni pé ẹ ti sọ pé under 24 hours kò tí ì wá sí under 24 hours máa ń sìn torí ìlú kan àwọn ìlú kan ṣe pé 5 hours àti hours pé in fact àtàkì yẹn kí Ọlọ́run ọba tó jẹ́ pé parí ọdún ní ìlú kúrò
kò ń ṣẹjú àwa gbogbo ìta ń sọ yìí àwọn èèyàn kan ó lè má yé wọn gbọ́ ó lè má yé wọn ìdí táwa fi ń sọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń sọ yìí ni wípé àti Tinubu àtàwọn èèyàn ẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n ti kọ̀ sílẹ̀ Yorùbá bó ṣe ń ṣe nílé ló ń affect àwa náà níbí ṣùgbọ́n ṣe wá rí gbogbo díìlì wọn tó kóra wọn sí àti nǹkan tóhun tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wọn láìpẹ́ yìí kò sí ọwọ́ tèmi ń bẹ̀ kò sọ́wọ́ tiyín ń bẹ̀ káàmà ló ń ṣiṣẹ́.
kí ló dé ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wo ní Yorùbá ṣe Tinubu àti kó yẹ kó padà wálé kó yẹ kó gba ìgbẹ́ yẹ gbogbo wọn bàbá yìí.
Where are the cows, sir? Where are the cows?
ẹ sà kò sí nǹkan tó yẹ kó ṣe Tinubu
wọ́n ti ń fi káwò wọn Tinubu ń sìn yìí.
ilé ìṣe ti tó. bàbá yìí fẹ́ fi aṣọ yìí fẹ́ kú lára ní pé gbogbo ọdún tẹ̀ ti ṣẹlẹ̀ bàbá yìí ṣe fẹ́ fi aṣọ yìí ó fẹ́ kú lára pé ìjọba ẹ̀yàn ọmọ Yorùbá àbúrò wa ni ó ti ṣẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ ti realize nǹkan tó ṣe tọ́nà bá tẹ̀ níbi jẹ kankan á dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí olùrànlọ́wọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ó wò pé kí náà àwọn bàbá yìí ń sọ yìí ó sọ pé wò pé ọ̀rọ̀ tí bàbá yìí sọ pé ẹ̀yin ẹ̀ rùn ẹ̀yin tó sọ pé wọ́n á rùn yẹn ẹ̀yin gangan wà ní sílé yìí ń para ẹ̀ mọ́ báyìí kì
omi tán lẹ́yìn ẹja.
ó wá tán Máyégún inú mi dùn Ọlọ́run á máa dúró tì yín ẹ máa bá ṣe yín lọ.
God bless you sir. Any nice evening. Ẹ jẹ́ ń gbé last call mi ilẹ̀ ti ṣú báyìí sí láti wà ní 25%. Màá sáré gbé last one yìí àtúpàdé lọ́la. Ẹ ló ń bẹ̀ yẹn sà àbí mà.
Ẹ kálẹ̀ o bàbí bó ni.
Kálẹ̀ o eré ni o kábíyèsí o.
Guten Abend.
Guten Abend. I know. I mean, logo tiwa kọ́ nìyẹn. Báwo ni Clemo?
I did, Baba. I swear, this night is a bombshell.
No, Baba, today is warm.
Yeah, you know, we already know this dude, Tinubu, you know already fuck up. But there's a remedy for fuck up, kò sí ilé kankan tó padà kọ̀ wá mọ́. In fact, sísọ ọ̀rẹ́ gan ọba sọ́ra, òun gan yóò jẹ́nu breakfast àṣọ ẹ̀ yóò ṣe wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀ lára rẹ̀.
Ẹ má jẹ́ kí fún ọ̀rẹ́ pẹ̀lú. Ẹ bá fi ṣe sí bracket.
Torí kò lè win election, kò lè win. Òun gan mọ̀ nù ara ẹ̀ kọ́ ṣagídí ní tètè máa bọ̀ wá tí àwọn ti kẹ́ okú fún ọpọlọ tó fẹ́ lọ kó sí wọ́n Nàìjíríà ẹ̀ kó wá sí Yorùbá nation. Bí Tinubu ti kó má lọ dọ̀ lára ẹ̀. The constraint yẹn ti mú àti Berlin ló dẹ̀ ti gbéra ó lọ sí Òṣòdì tó fẹ́ fẹsẹ̀ rí láti Berlin lọ sóṣòdì ni. You know, so before it gets too late for these people, you know, ẹ wo ẹni tó fẹ́ ṣe president Tinubu ó máa sọ̀rọ̀ kan, you know, a máa ṣe be like 10 seconds. Ètò àwa yọ sílẹ̀ díẹ̀ ló kù kó máa dàpọ̀. Ìyẹn fẹ́ ṣe president.
Ọmọ kan ní Clement wọ́n ló sọ̀rọ̀ débẹ̀ bàbá ẹ̀mọ̀ kan wọ́n ní gbogbo agbádá tẹ̀ ń rí yẹn náà játọ̀ wà nú ẹ̀ wọ́n kàn rán mọ́ dísáìnì ni tó ní bá já sí ṣe ń gbọ́ ní nótìsì. Ọ̀rọ̀ ló débẹ̀ o bọ̀ ẹ̀mú ọ̀rọ̀ lọ ọkọ̀ rántí ni.
Baba, this guy is not healthy. This is not healthy. Even so, we don't want one Nigeria. Ẹgbà mélòó la tó fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀? Ṣé wọn ò lè tí ṣé wọn ò gbọ́ ni? Wọ́n gbọ́ náà, wọ́n mọ̀ ipá àfẹ́ nǹkan yìí. Ẹ fi wá sílẹ̀, ẹ ká ṣètò olúwa fún ara wa. But yín máa sọ ọ̀rọ̀ kan lálẹ́ yìí mẹ́. Because the fact still remains, we have a lot of work to do. Grassroots work, we have a lot of work to do. Because the people back home, they don't even realize what's going on. I want to say, what is decide last mama can news more. Because once you read that newspaper or daily, you just believe reading nonsense. But because some of our people lack this exposure, àwọn táwọn afọ́rin ara wọn nǹkan yìí, bí ètò òlú ṣe ń lọ, bí wọ́n ṣe ń ṣe goals, bí èèyàn ṣe ń campaign, wọ́n ṣe pápọ̀ bá jẹ́ ìgbà Angela Merkel kúrò lórí oyè. Kò sọ pé no ẹni tó ń fẹ́ rèé, kò ṣe ẹ̀wọ̀n nǹkan, ó kọ́ a very simple transition. People went to vote.
Látijọ́ ọjọ́ yìí, kó tó wá ń ká mi là tó ń dùn mí, tó ń pa mí lẹ́rìn ni pé, so àwọn tó mọ̀ pé Buhari ti fẹ́ẹ̀lì, wọ́n fẹ́ kí failure endorse wọn. Tí failure bá ti endorse wọn, ọ̀rọ̀ láti wo ni o. Ṣé ẹ rí pé nǹkan ṣe wọ́n? Nǹkan ti ṣe wọ́n.
Exactly. So now the fact still remains. We don't want this, and they all know this. And now back to my brother's call. I agree with him to some certain extent, but I disagree with him, I would say, up to 80%. Right? Why? I would like people to just please pick up their phone after this program and type inside Google, history of British takeover of Nigeria, comparative studies 1100. Or you can still also check how is UK destroying Nigeria. If you go to this, I think that my brother needs to read more and find out what's going on exactly. If anybody is being deceived that UK, United States, doesn't know about the calamity, the daily debt, the corruption going on in Nigeria, that would be a big lie. They know it. So, already be, for example,
he explained, Clement, right? Clement.
Yes.
He said, right?
Yeah.
What they are is not. They are not saying that the UK doesn't know. What they are saying is that if you have a good diplomatic guys, right, they can turn that to our favor through what they called, what he said earlier. It's not opposing the fact that these guys are who we said they are. In fact, what they will still be. But he is saying that, which I actually agree with, right? If we have a good people who knows that you can walk into
that was right.
Clem, walk into
actually that was why I said I agree
to your side. Go on, sorry.
Yeah, I agreed with the caller to some certain extent, but I disagree up to 70%.
To some extent, but
exactly. So actually, so what I'm trying to say is that UK cannot help us. We need to help ourselves first. Campaigning for that grassroots knowledge of basic Yoruba people to understand the fact that Yoruba nation is the best thing that can ever happen to them. UK will not do that for us. Those diplomatic issues which you raised will then, after creating our own nation,
they don't see them physically. You know what I mean? Like they just happen behind the scene. Good enough that somebody is suggesting that openly. Most of the time. You remember that the caller said, most of the time we have these ideas, we expect people to do them, Abi. But at the same time, once all of us, like you said, that if we continue with the grassroots and all of that, right, educating people, probably then we all know that nobody is going to do anything for us but by ourselves. Okay, so it's up to us. He's not pushing it to say, okay, let's get this, let's get that. He used examples. He said, if to say these people were honest with us, I'm talking about the Yorubas who have had the chance of diplomatic and all of that, right? If they are on our side, they could have been the ones, right, to wet the floor for us. They won't loud it, they won't make noise, but suddenly we just see that Yoruba, Yoruba nation agitators are, for example, Yoruba agitators, Yoruba self-determination group invited to the parliament. It's not because they want the parliament to help us. It is simply because behind the scene, some people have done certain things that will allow the British community to welcome that conversation. And before you know it, that may just go back and influence what's going on back home. But like you said, your own idea can be working. Every idea can be working. Grassroots mobilization can be going on, like you said, right? The political, the diplomatic, whatever behind the scene, if we have the right people, can also be going on. But back to your question, who is going to do it for us? Start with us. Let's start doing the part that is easy, which is your part. We need to go to the grassroots. That is on us. Nobody's going to do that for us. But you know what? At some certain point,
well, I accept what you just said, but the fact is,
still 20%.
I will give you an example now. Like you now, let's say you and me and you now, and then let's use someone from the comment section is our colonial master. You and me. Okay. So then they chop from us. They are chopping from you. You are now Yoruba. You are representing Yoruba. Me, I be the Hausa. Where them put for power because they don't say me I lack knowledge. You get knowledge. But now from you, the Yoruba, now from you they get money. Where them they chop from. Now from you, the Yoruba, then they get the oil, the natural resources, and from other sides of Nigeria, like for Port Harcourt, Ogoniland and stuff. Where then they exploit. Now Yoruba, you are now going to them, your slave masters, and beg them. They are benefiting from you, but not from you directly, but from the Hausas. The Hausas are the Mughals who are doing everything for them. You as a Yoruba now, you are now going to your slave masters that begging them for freedom. We want to separate from this Hausa. We want to have our own nation.
You know, sometimes message at times, how people are going to take them in can always be so different. Okay, that's where you are mixing it. The suggestion is not for you to go to UK and beg them for
exactly, but you did not let me land, you know. But okay. I understand you. I understand you
because the point is that you've spoken like 3 times, and I realize that your every statement of yours is to say you don't go to your slave masters. Every example you give to me is like, don't go and beg them, and I'm continuing to correct you to say it's not begging them, it's not asking them to give us freedom. The suggestion is about how do you get good negotiators, right? That can turn that same your colonial.
But they don't want the separation because they are getting from us.
Can you make them? Can you make them do that?
We can give it a try. We can give it a try.
Awolowo went in to negotiate for freedom of Nigeria when they are not ready to leave. Remember that.
So absolutely, because the Portuguese were the first who got to Lagos. Before they came with the army and overthrew the Portuguese. Right? That's the main major history. Then the Portuguese went back, but now UK took final control.
But they are the ones.
And then Awolowo Nnamdi Azikiwe negotiated for the. But I don't want to go there anyways.
No, you need
but
to,
the fact is,
Clement.
Oh man, let me
go
UK. You know.
Clement. Hang on, Clemo. Yeah. You know what me and you are doing right now. Remember how we do it. It's not just me and you. A lot of people are listening to us. Guess what? There are people who actually understood what you are saying based on the perspective you are looking at it from. Now, if we have a chance,
there is another perspective here.
We have a chance of saying nobody is really wrong here. It's just about what should be first, what should be second, what should be third. Every idea is about how can we get out of here, right? Now, I'm not saying that as we are exchanging this now, your idea is perfect. Don't go there, But at the same time, if we say, how did Awolowo convince his fellow people and say we can get independence on the 1st of October 1957? That was Awolowo's plan, you remember? That was when
they did it with proof. They went to the parliament and show a proof that we can have our own country through the constitution. You're right.
Clement, who are those? He didn't just go there, you know. There are those behind the scene. Even though everybody is hearing Awolowo, when according to history, right, they said when Awolowo was proposing independence, people were laughing at him. Some Yorubas were laughing at man, it's like you are getting this audacity. They are never going to give you. They are enjoying Nigeria. They are raping us. They are stealing our everything. You want to go and ask them to give us freedom. You the craze. They won't even listen to you. But they did it anyway. Even though the independence they gave to them, right, is a little bit skewed, which is your point, that they deliberately make the section more this and that, Abi. Now, who told you that the same Yoruba land that produced Awolowo, that walked straight into the Queen's palace and said, Yoruba needs to leave, and if other people are not ready to leave, Yorubas want to go. Awolowo did that. So we can still get that same kind of characters who can walk into that slave master you said, who gave Fulani and everything you said, and they can walk out and change it. I want to believe that. That's
of course, we need good lobbies. Obviously, we need good lobbies.
Need what you said.
But you know,
grassroots.
Yeah, and nonetheless, you know, I mean, we have a long way to go. It seems short, but the situation is maybe we are at least our Yoruba people, our Igbo brothers have went in front of the parliament in UK. They have raised their banners. We want freedom. We want a Yoruba nation. We want this. No response from them. You know how all these world powers operate.
That's why I said that your own idea, grassroots, getting the people on your side, that is the real thing we need. That's why I said that they can all work hand in hand. Grassroots means if the people are completely put on board to say we want it, even UK can't stop it. But suddenly, you may just suddenly see UK and every other all of these interested parties all over the world. Suddenly, they may just be on our side, and you'll be like, man, they've got the message. No. It's not because they got the message. It is because there are some other people, as you are doing the grassroots work at home, getting the people to be interested. There are other people doing the leg work diplomatically. That's what that person is suggesting. They don't know them. They don't talk about them. You just suddenly realize that the same hostile countries, that will never allow you to talk this or that? Certainly. Just feel like, well, it makes sense now. Remember that those who gave Nigeria independence, those who gave Nigeria independence in the Britain, many of them are dead today. The new politicians who are still holding on to Nigeria today, they are benefiting from the old order. Who told you that a new breed of our own people can't turn all of that around? I don't want us to always feel like, no, we don't need that. I completely agree with your position of going home, grassroots, and make it organic. 100% I'm with you. Just like every other too.
Because we always disagree to agree. There is no ultimate idea. We come up with all our ideas, put it all together. We see which one works, and the one that wouldn't work, we throw it into the dustbin.
Clement, we are not going to learn if we don't make mistake. We should all know that it's normal thing to make mistake. Don't let us make mistake. We need to be careful. Come on, man. Be ready to make mistakes. Learn from them.
You will be ready to make mistakes, of course, yes.
That's why every idea is open to me. I like every idea, even if I know that I am not going to use all ideas. Clement.
Of course, that lobbying, we need to make it unprofitable for them. We know them; they want that profit. Our raw material is already enticing. You know, our raw material is already a serious issue, right? And that's their main focus, and that's one of the things the lobbyists feel like, okay, we get your rate, you get your discount on all these things, but you still pay. You know, we have that thing is a little bit, it seems complicated, but it's not really complicated. As you just said, we will make mistakes. Nobody have succeeded in this life without making past mistakes. You will learn then from your mistakes. Absolutely.
Never beat yourself when you make mistake. Don't beat yourself to it. Just know that when you make mistake, is a sign that you are making a progress. Because without that means you are doing something. So let's be open to make mistake, my brother. Every opinion matters. At the same time, don't let us work ourselves too much and be like, we are so perfect and we must be perfect, okay?
Absolutely. My personal thought was like, okay, when I check out the USSR in those times, that year, when they were separating and breaking up through into different small little countries, which are successful today, it's like, they did not allow all these world powers to intervene too much, even though there was war, right? And the interest was actually mainly on that Russian oil, the gas, the mineral resources. Czechoslovakia breaks into Czech Republic, Slovakia, we have Serbia, we have Croatia, we have all these little countries. They separated, even though it wasn't peacefully.
Clement, when we talk about
let me give someone else color.
Yeah, USSR, dissolution of USSR, right? If USSR, the commanders are there, all of them in the USSR, before the fall of the USSR, if they had their way, there will still be USSR today. They said it was because of this little influence here and there of those countries who said that, no, we can no longer be part of the entire union anymore. There's a little bit of influence of the West there. But again, sometimes some of these hands are not seen. All these diplomatic moves are not seen.
Absolutely.
They are very, very, very potent.
Absolutely.
They can be very, very, very potent if you have the right one. And that is why if we
let me give someone else chance to talk, because I will also complain to the comments.
My last caller anyway, and I enjoy talking to you, Clement. I like that. Sometimes that's what people talk about. It's very political. Look at me and you. We're having an agreement. We're having a conversation that sometimes can look like an argument. But guess what? A lot of people are listening to us, learning from what we are saying. And another thing, Clement, majority of those who are watching us may actually agree with you and tell me that they may actually feel like, Mayegun, you are wrong. Clement is right. But we are all here. Right, to be wrong, because we want to learn. We are not perfect, are we?
Exactly.
Bro.
No.
Thank you so much.
Imperfection is a crime.
Say you get me. I have enjoyed my evening tonight, and I wish I could possibly go on again. A lot of people want to call in. Don't worry now. I told you it's going to be a 7 days crusade. We will continue this some other time. Thank you so much, every one of you, for your time. And to my friends on YouTube tonight, my friends on Facebook, you spent your night with me tonight. That's great. What happened now is that if you are just joining us, listen, you can watch this from the beginning again. It seems so long, or you can wait back. By tomorrow morning, I'm going to re-upload all these clips. By then, I would have cut them into smaller sizes, easier for you to watch in parts. For now, no be Wekoba Tinubu. If you like, abuse me. If you like, wish me or anything you want to wish me. But by this time tomorrow, I will be back here again with an update. And that update, you better pray. May they not serve the breakfast early. They don't screen a candidate. Another one, Hushtailor Kyari, that is currently in Kuje prison. Hushtailor Kyari said the reason why insecurity is increasing in northern Nigeria is because they locked him up. And he also, you know what, I'll say that some other time. My time is so gone. Now, my friends on YouTube, if this is your first time, you can stop by and and subscribe on the channel. You can still like the video if you haven't. But I'm going to see you some other time. Every one of you, my callers and all of you, you have a good evening, okay? And good night from here.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni. Mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni. Ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni. Ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ.
ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bóyá àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódi ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹ̀yin bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran.